question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay, won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it, I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty.
with another late night CHFC Rant Show. How you doing? How you doing? Enig out, baby. Levy out. More importantly, Levy out over Enig out. I'm just saying it. Even if Enig were to stay, Levy's got to go. But we lost. We lost bad today. 1 goal to Tottenham Hotspur, 3 goals to Brentford at home in the last home game of the season. That's how the team, that's how those players, right, gave their thanks to us as fans and supporters. I don't know what to say. Gotta have a little water. Anyway, make sure that you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and all of those fun things that you do for YouTubers and all of that jazz. You know, let's make sure we do those things because it really does help. Look, you know, we put in the time, we put in the effort. You know, we spend a ton of money on having, you know, sets. Well, some of us do anyway. Although I did that more for my own vanity than for you guys. But hey, I'm honest. What are you gonna do? But yeah. What a match today, dude. Look, I'm almost, to be honest with you, and it has nothing to do with you guys, right? And we'll talk about football for as long as we need to, but I'm about sick of it, bro. To be honest, you know, I came on the watch along earlier today in my robe, rolled straight out of bed, just jumped that on. Like I didn't even. So and then I come on here and I'm gonna do this show. What am I gonna talk about? What can I talk about? We're gonna talk. We're here. We're here for as long as you guys need me to be. So I get bored with it and I shut the bitch down. But it is what it is, you know? And my microphone lately has just been super hot, dude. I don't know why. It's been clipping. Let's get it down like a little bit farther away maybe from the mouth. That'll help it out. If you guys have a problem hearing me, if it sounds crunchier than normal, let me know in the comments, dude. Don't let me just run on with a clipping microphone. How dare you? I thought you were supposed to be supporters of the channel. If I'm blowing your earballs out, don't let me do that. Don't let me do it. Don't let me do it. Let's see. Let's welcome the folks to the chat. We got 52 people watching already. We're 10 minutes in. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the join membership. We had a lot of new members today. Pick up the members, and all of that good stuff. And maybe I'll put out a member-only post or something on YouTube tomorrow to see what we can do for you guys. You know, what you guys, if there's anything specific you'd like to do, just let us know. Let us know. We are a, you know, transparent group of people over here. We'd like to think so anyway. Not completely translucent, but transparent. Let's welcome some guests to the show. Orshimim. I don't know why you guys do that to me with names, but this isn't the first time he bottles his top four. He did it when Jose was sacked. He is useless. He needs to go. Look, yeah, Mason, man. I put out another tweet. Maybe that's what we'll do before we bring guests on. The link is pinned to the top, I think. Is it? Yeah, it is. If you want to come on and join the show, link's there. Click it. Come on. Only rules are if you're a first-time caller into the show, you don't have to keep your camera on, but you need to flash it on at the beginning. to make sure that you're wearing trousers or pants or stuff like that. You know, we don't want any balls and danglies hanging out. That's been a trend. Like, I don't know why, but why would you call into a YouTube live stream and show your twig and biscuits live on stream? Especially when you have a micro pee-pee. That's I wouldn't do that, you know? And I don't have a micro pee-pee, so yes, we've got to stop doing that, dude. It's gross. Nobody wants to see your micro pee-pee. Nobody wants to see it. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. But we got Hans Billy here. Sent evidence of this channel's harassment of YouTube subscribers by your mod directly to YouTube, Ireland. Currently, I'm in Ireland. Well, guess what, Hans Billy? How have we been harassing YouTube subscribers? Exactly. But guess what? You are now banned from the channel. Goodbye. Why would you do that? You can send us, if one of our mods is being abusive to you, send the information to us. Okay, Mr. Ireland. You can send whatever you want to Ireland, YouTube. This channel's based in the United States. So, free speech, buddy. Free speech. All right. We don't do socialism here. Although a lot of people would like to. LA007. What's happening, guys? Can't wait for next Sunday to battle it out for the Conference League football. We're not even getting Conference League football, my man. We're not even getting it, right? Mason is blowing it for us. Any chance of any kind of European football is gone. I'm calling it now. The oracle has spoken. It's gone. So, yeah. Batter's in the house. Big up, Batter. Tottenham away. That's the link right there. It is pinned to the top. Click the link. Come on. Show and have your say. You know, on Tottenham away. That rhyme. That's a new rhyme. And, Tony Rodriguez in the house. Big up, Tone. Big Tone's in the house. What's going on, my man? Member as well. You guys can get yourself a membership. Breaking news from NF. Kane coming home to Arsenal. Deal done. Keep dreaming. Scotty. Hans Billy. Was it you, Scott? Were you the one abusing him? Come on, Scott. Don't be like that. Don't be like that, Scotty. That's right. Another Mason Masterclass. Dexter's in the house. Big up, Dexter. I finally made a live stream from the beginning. Big up to you. That is right. Big up to you. And big up to the 70 people watching right now. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the join button, become a member. Only 99 cents a month. What are you waiting for? Don't be like Daniel Levy. Flash the cash. $1 a month. That's $1 US, by the way. So if you're in England, you got no excuses. That's like what? 50 pence? Come on now. Come on now. I don't want to hear the excuses. AGG LAIA Aglaya. I'm butchering your name. I do it every time. You're always in the chat. Dan Juma was found wanting today. Dan Juma's always found wanting. I don't know what you guys are talking about, right? I mean, it is what it is. Grumpy old Grandpa's in the house. Big up, Grampy. Also a member, channel member. Big up the channel members. Scott's a channel member too. I forgot to big up Scott. It's a channel member as well. The fun stream. It could be a fun stream, especially if people click the link and join the show. I got nobody in the back right now. It's the first time. I think it's the first time in a long time I've started a show and there's nobody here. But hey, I even promise, even if no one clicks on the thing, we'll do at least an hour. We'll do an AMA. It'll be me versus the comments, and we'll just go, man. We'll just go. I'm not worried about it. You guys know me. I got diarrhea of the mouth. I can talk about nothing for an hour. Hydrotic, big up, man. No, big yourself up, dude, for being here. Phil Coys. There's a lot of people in the chat, though. 75 people in the chat in the first 15 minutes of the show on a Saturday night. 1:30 a.m. in the UK or 8:30 p.m. here. And I guess it's kind of early for the West Coast, isn't it? That's why I used to start the shows at 10, right? But we used to get no UK people then. Now it's another 2 hours. 10 p.m. is like 7 p.m. in LA and stuff like that. But right now we're rocking at like 5:30 on a Saturday, midday for the West Coast folks. You guys rock though. Ligma Cox is in the house, another channel member. Big up the channel members. Got Sean Links here. Will, why can Tottenham not even win a league cup? Because we suck. We have sucky players. That's right. Joe Roden even said it. Joe Roden said it best. Joe Roden thinks you suck. So that's why. That is why. Who else we got here? John again. Same comment. Phil Coy's in the house. Did I already big you up? I did once, I think. But big up again. You can end whenever you want, but except from Arsenal bottling it, there's not much else to discuss. Yes! Arsenal are in the woods. They lost the league themselves. It was in their hands. It was in their hands to bottle it, to finish the bottling, and they completed it. Bottle job complete. Stamp it. You know, bottle job has been completed. We got James Joris in the house, also a channel member. Ready for the season to be over for sure. I'm ready too, man. Let's talk politics and religion. Just kidding. Hey, man. It's about what it's about what it's like. To be honest with you. Always enjoy the show. Big up Will in the chat. I always enjoy the show too. You know, although it maybe my youngest son gets it from me, man. Sometimes I don't like starting the show, but once I'm here, once the lights come on and my intro song's playing, gives me some energy, and I'm glad to be here doing the show for you guys. A lot of people watching tonight. Appreciate that. Smash that like button. Share the stream out there to all your buddies, your friends, all the people out there in YouTube lands. Big Bryce in the house. Legit fell asleep watching it. 1-0, woke up. 2-1 down and fell asleep again, only to stir and realize we conceded again. Bryce, I feel your pain, man. Except I couldn't go to sleep. I was on the watch along this morning in my bathrobe. Yeah, my bathrobe, chest out. No, didn't get to show any nip, but hey, it is what it is. You gotta subscribe to my OnlyFans for that. No, I'm kidding. I don't have OnlyFans. Is what it is. De La Spurs in the house. Big up, my man. Big up. Things look a little yellow than normal. Might have to adjust my lighting here a little bit, but it is what it is. Maybe it's just my sunglasses. American Toff. Wonder what Mason said at halftime. Well, maybe just like maybe he's along the vein of Arteta, and he got a comfort animal, you know, for the squad. Brought him in at halftime and let everybody pet him and stuff like that. Seriously, dude, what alternate universe did I fall asleep and then wake up to? Like, seriously, dude, this world is not even the world that I remember in my young 20s. Like, are we serious now for professional athletes buying animals for their mental well-being? Like, seriously? Like, it's fun to banter Arsenal for this type of thing, you know, the music and Arteta's circle of trust and energy. But what is this new age bullcrap, dude? Seriously, like, just it boggles my mind. I'm getting outside the box here on this one, but I don't even care, dude. Right? Like, look, I'm a libertarian. You let people do what they want, you know, become what they want, say what they want, identify as what they want. I don't care, dude. But put all that stuff to one side. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the mentality of just psychobabble bullshit that goes on these days. It's just weird, man. It's not a micro PB, it's just a cold day. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Bill's in the house. Big up, Bill. I hope Daniel's leg is okay. His wife looked concerned. Or maybe she was just helping him out, you know, right there. You know, I don't know what they got going on. But hey, at least she's there for him. She should be, you know? She should be. What are you on about Mason at the wheel? Nah, man, I'm done. We're losing to the Leeds 100%. I don't know, man. They need it. Will, how was this channel founded? I'm a recent viewer. How was this channel founded? I don't appreciate you being a recent viewer. I appreciate that. I'm not sure what you mean by founded. Like when? This channel was founded in 2000 and what is it now? 2023. 2021, I think March of 2021 it was my channel. It started off as Will Stewart, THFC Rants. Then I joined the Tottenham away crew as an official, overlord there. And then I changed this particular channel to Will Stewart 365. We built Tottenham away up to almost 11,000 subscribers. Some douchebags came and reported some content to YouTube to get our stuff taken down. They did it all at once, so we didn't even have an opportunity to fix the problem ourselves. And there's just bam, 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 channel's gone. So then we switched this one over to Tottenham away. We've gotten over 800 subscribers in the last month, so big you guys up for that. And here we are. We are, 75% in the UK. I guess not 75% now because Mari's part of the channel too. So, I don't know how to do fists. I'm not that great at math, but 68% in the UK and 32% in the US. I think that's a fifth. I don't know. I could be wrong. Yeah, I guess 20 would be right. So we're 60% in the UK, 40% in the US, and that's a fifth. 20 equals 100. So. I think I'm still at 20 there. Alex in the house. Big up, Alex. Be better for Spurs to have no European football to trim down the squad and get rid of the deadwood. Yeah, except we're, not that we would anyway, but look, we're supposed to be a top 6 club, right? That's what Daniel Levy's been telling us. We're a top 6 club now. So how can a top 6 club be finishing in 8th, right? For me, it's Europa League or Champions League. I don't mind, not doing that. But Conference League at the very least. You know what I mean? How far the mighty have fallen that we have no... Dude, I can't even remember a time when we didn't have European football, at least Europa League. I've been supporting this club since like 2013. Is there a time since then that we haven't finished in Europe? Let me know. I mean, I'm the stats guy, but I can't recall off the top of my head, and I'm too lazy to go look it up. So, you guys let me know. Is this the first time since I've been supporting the club that we haven't had any type of European football whatsoever, Europa League or anything? I think it is. Could be wrong. Spurs King, big up Mason for blowing our European chances. Levy doesn't deserve the money. While the people out there, buying beer and celebrating after the game today, they sure have no problem giving Levy their money. So, done and dusted, Will. I'm done with this club, man. I know, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Mr. Hotspur's in the house. Big up, Mr. Hotspur. Who's going to shoot Daniel Levy? Nobody. We don't condone murder or violence on this channel. We like to fight with words and ideas. Not with guns and bullets and bombs and stuff like that. We don't do that. No, we don't do that. Where's the goat? Jazz Fusion's in the house. Like Leeds 4-0. It would have been more. Like Leeds 4-0. It would have been more, but I can't discount Bamford screwing a 4 chances up. So you're saying Leeds is going to win 4-0 next weekend? I don't think that's going to happen. James Joris in the house. American top here. Tottenham away. Hold the sway to make us pray that Levy goes away. That's a good rhyme. Some good lyric. Never heard of him, but I don't. We're talking about the other guy, but look. Let me lower the music a little bit. Let me lower the music, And let's get a little intimate here. We appreciate every one of you out there in YouTube land that watch the channel, subscribe to the channel. But it's our channel, and we reserve the right to block any of the dickheads we want. So if you don't want to get blocked, just keep the chat to football, not politics, not personal, not going after people on the panel or going after other people in the chat. Right? No racism, no xenophobic language, no homophobic, transphobic, or any of the normal stuff, right? Because, you know, that puts us at risk, unfortunately. And you won't have any problems, dude. We've got thousands and thousands. We've had tens of thousands of people subscribe to our channel, and the large majority. But if you think that you can come in here and say what you want and insult people, look, I've never seen, you know, every single one of our moderators is a paid member of this channel, which means they support this channel week in, week out, month after month. Some of people for 22 months, right? 2 whole years, almost 2 whole years they've been members of this channel. And I'm going to trust them over some random guy putting comments in the chat. I'm just saying. If you have something, screenshot it. If we have a mod who's abusing their mod powers, even as a member, we'll take it from them. I got no qualms with that. None. It's our channel. We make those decisions, not you. Right? It's not a democracy here. Right? We run the channel. You guys support it. And we appreciate that. We love that. And as long as everybody behaves themselves, no problems. No problems whatsoever. American Top in the house. This game finally made me realize that we are better 10-man squad without Sanchez than we are 11-man team with Sanchez. He is such a liability. Dude, look, I don't know why he's still here, man. Like, just look, we had no problem cutting Aurier's contract, or, you know, why is Sanchez still here? I don't get it. I don't get it. Got ice in my tumbler. Bring the music back up a little bit. I like the music. And my mic is able to overcome it. And it adds a little fillness to the boringness that is me talking. But I love your content, Will. Hashtag leave you out. Yeah, I love it too. Thank you, my man. I love that you guys love it. That's why I do. I love that you guys love it. Big up, Will. No, big yourself up, man. And I did add this shirt, by the way. Eating Out shirt. You know, it is on the store. The store's name is www.thscrants.com. A lot of that stuff on there, on that picture that I'm showing you right now, is no longer on that website. But the Eating Out shirt is. I put it back up. Think about doing a purple and gold one too. You know, it is what it is. In the past, we've said that the profits for that are going to go to they're not anymore. Look, nobody's buying it anyway. Nobody's buying it. Even when I say that we'll send all the profits to the protesters or to some charity or something like that, nobody buys one. So you know what? We'll just keep it. So if you like a shirt and you want to get one, do it, and I'll keep the money. Right? We'll keep it. And I'll buy a new camera or something. But if you want the shirt, go ahead and get one. You know, I'm fed up with the whole doing shit for charity thing, man. There's a lot of drama wrapped around that. So, you know, nobody buys it anyway. You know, but it is what it is. We got some. It's taking me a long time. Arsenal bottled the league. That they did. We got Shiloh in the house. What was defense doing? I don't know. What was Skip doing though, man? That was pretty weak. Roy in the house. Hi all. Big up Roy. Let's see. Did you get worse than this? You're not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Here we got EYL 279. Usually I'm seething in frustration after a loss, but today I just felt sad. Maybe, Will, you can just talk about your watches or skincare regimen to distract. Hey, look, I'll talk about it. You guys ask the questions. Like I said, until somebody joins the stream, this is an AMA. Just ask me anything. I'll answer it, right? It could be personal. It could be football related. It can be Spurs related. It can be anything. Just ask away. Ask me anything. AMA. That's where we're at right now. 82 people watching the show. Big up. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, all that stuff. The link is still pinned to the top. So if anybody wants to jump on and talk with me about anything that you want, feel free to do so. I guess you could say they don't have the minerals. That's right. They don't have the minerals. Where's everyone from? I don't know, guys. Put your stuff in the chat. Where are you from? Where are you watching from tonight? You don't have to put your address, but just maybe like your state or country or something like that. So yeah, let people know where you're from. We'll give some shout outs. Brendan Rogers in, dude. Look, I don't care. For me, anybody matters. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. If we don't buy the players needed for that manager, it doesn't matter who we can get in. We get in Pep Guardiola himself, and we're still gonna finish like crap. But I think we won't even be able to beat the Loudon next year when they get promoted. Loudon, is that the soccer club in North Virginia there? No, I'm just kidding. What do you do outside of Tottenham away then? What do I do outside of Tottenham away? I am a business owner. I own a fishing tackle company, primarily freshwater bass fishing stuff for the United States. So big up the fishermen out there. That's what I do. Product designer by trade, graphic designer, marketing specialist, content creator, hence this stuff, right? I have some past history and or expertise in that, so it's not the first time, not my first rodeo when it comes to that stuff. So but trying to get my lights to turn up a little bit here. It's weird, man. Like there's something wrong with them. Maybe I need to update the software or something, because I'm cranking that one at like 80%. And I'm like getting normal power ratings going up. We've got Dunkles Dork, the new membership. Big up, my man. You guys can join the membership, become a member as well. 99 cents a month is our lowest one. We keep it there, coin it for everybody. Helps the channel out. Helps us guys here. It'll help me eventually get to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium so I can watch us play like shit firsthand. And it'll be good. It'll be good. What we got here? Arteta's an overthinker. I agree. Yes, that's right. Also had Will Stewart USMNT rants, which is enjoyable as always as well. Still have that channel. I think I'm gonna change that one to Will Stewart 365. But big up to the US Men's U20 Youth National Team. U20 World Cup going on right now. Today, the United States played Ecuador in the first game of their group stage. We beat Ecuador 1-0. Look out, world. America's coming for you. We want you. Coming for you. Coming for you. The future's coming for you. Big up stuff like that. But we got a guest here. We got a guest. We got two guests now. The first guest is from the men that bottled it themselves. It's coming back from a camping trip in the woods. Everybody in the comments, show your love for Minerals FC. What's up, Minerals?
Good, man. Good,
What happened today, dude?
Steven, mate, that was a horrible performance, mate. And some players aren't fit to wear this shirt. You know what I mean? You can't lose to Nottingham Forest, can you? You know what I mean?
2-0 or 1-0 to Nottingham, almost 2-0. I watched the game. I didn't even see you guys like even get a chance.
Exactly, nothing. There was no chance where you'd think Arsenal should have scored here or there. Nothing. You know what I mean?
It was
Can't
great.
cream anything. Do you know what I
It was
mean?
great.
Well, it was placid, man. Even you guys beat Forest, man. I can't believe it. But boy, listen, we're doing this. Something needs to change for us to win the league next season, man. Because Man City are relentless. But as I say, up the minerals, FC. We see things you'll never see. The Rogans are all in the woods, and this is what happens when you play a back four with Spurs.
Yeah, and what's up with Arteta today, changing the formation and playing Party at right back, my man? What's that about?
He's drunk, man. He's desperate, man.
A must-win game to keep the hopes alive, right? Like even though the slam chances were slim, right? Like mathematically, City, has to lose in order to for you guys to even have a chance, right? Now you have no chance. Bottle job,
Zero chance.
complete.
FC. Wrongans FC, man. Bottle Jobs FC, Implosion FC. No minerals. You know what I mean? We didn't show the minerals today, mate. Forest landed the minerals on us, if anything. You know what I mean?
We got a couple more guests in the back now, so we'll bring them on in.
Listen, this Rolly's got more minerals than Arsenal. I tell you that for a fact. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Yeah, man.
Our next guest is back. Walking the streets somewhere in the world. Mudding the wrong ends wherever she goes. Not wanting to talk about football, so this is the best stream to come on because we rarely do. Everybody in the comments, show your love for the one, the only
Hey guys, I saw a little on my YouTube. I saw a little preview of you.
Of me?
Will, by yourself.
Oh, man.
And so, yeah, and you're by yourself. And then I saw that it had started for a while already, but you're by yourself. And I just listened to it really briefly. And you were like, yeah, I'm just by myself. I'm here to talk about anything. And so I was like, oh, he looks so sad and lonely. I guess I'll come on and talk about something not Spurs. And then right when I came on, Minerals, you came on. And then I was like, oh, shit, I'm stuck. All right, yeah, I'm already in the back room. I guess I should come on for a little
Stuck
while.
now. You could have disappeared. I would have just said, oh, they disappeared.
You already saw me, and then you would have probably been like, what the hell? I know you. You would have been like, well, Cube was there, but she left.
That's true. That is what I do.
So I have no problem talking about football. I just don't want to talk about Spurs specifically. So
Exactly, man.
I'm
your
happy-
minerals.
I'm happy to talk about that beautiful, wonderful game that happened today, Arsenal v Forest.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one for sure. But before we do that, let's bring in the next guest, staying up from late with us tonight, getting cussed out by his neighbors. Everybody in the comments, show your love for Michael from Poland.
By the way, someone can correct me on that, but I am pretty certain that polka is a dance from Czech Republic, not Poland.
That would be mine then. Double check. Polka. Sounds
Michael,
Polish.
yeah, exactly. Check
Yeah.
Will and his ignorant ass.
Well,
I'm
Czech,
man.
so
You're in the woods for that one, mate. You know
I'm
what I mean?
Czech, so it's all right.
I don't mind. Sounds Polish. I'm fine with it, right?
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, let's have it right. Yeah, I've got my diggers to mud all the wrong ones. Yeah, You know what I mean? The diggers and the shovels are ready for today's stream.
Look,
The mud, all the wrongings, huh? Thank you, Ron. You like the shades?
Look, minerals. You're you're one of the the good ones, the rare good ones out of the Gooners. So I'm not going to talk too much shit to you, but I will say, God, your boys could have at least. I mean, just even if they weren't going to win the title, they could have at least shown up today and not like handed it over to City.
Like City didn't even get to win it on their own. Like you guys, they were getting ready to show up at Chelsea, tomorrow to get the 3 points and seal the deal themselves. And you guys were like, nah, fuck it, here you go. You just handed it to him, man.
Exactly,
you handed it to him.
You guys just were like,
why was
Arteta? What Arteta did? Okay, Arteta basically were like, hey Pep, let me bend over. Can you take me in the ass, Pep? Let me bend over for you. Like that's what happened.
So Mr. Hospital wants to know what my roots are. My roots. Where am I from? My roots.
Jellyfish, man. He got done.
I'm Scottish.
You know what I mean?
Scottish
and British because your father was from Tottenham, Will, as you said.
My stepdad. Yeah. So we're not. It's not really my roots, but our roots would be, Scottish, and yeah.
Yeah, but by the way, like, speaking of fruits,
20% Czech. So
yeah, speaking of fruits, I am part French, like from great grandparent or something, like for
little Swedish for me, little Swedish.
I actually also have a French surname, but it's like Polonized. So I don't really have like Kowalski or Lewandowski or whatever. Not those type of surnames, right?
No ski in it.
No ski. Yeah.
Dexter Morningstar made a batch of kimchi jjigae today. How he misses Korea. Yeah, that's great, dude. Mashisayo. I like kimchi jjigae, but it's good.
Oh my gosh, you guys!
And then
this day is gonna get worse. Lakers are down in the first quarter.
Born in England, raised in Scotland, Minnesota, New York, Florida, Northern Ireland, Sweden,
all over
Scotland, a womb, Denmark, the UK.
Shout out to all the European lads sitting in the chat. It's fucking 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. here. You guys are legends. or either we are all fucked and we should probably be asleep right now. But
I'm guessing this is Stell. That's not me putting it in there.
We got done like kippers today. You know what I mean? That's a simple analogy. Poor bro, poor man. The worst performance of the season, man.
Got Barry in here.
Relegation for the. You know what I mean? A lot of people
in the UK.
Like, hey, listen. In UK, it's 2 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. JP's in the house.
Like with Arsenal playing at Forest, right? I don't want to give you guys like any, I don't want to be soft or anything, right? But Nottingham Forest away is actually like quite a tough ground. They lose everything that they can away from their home, but in their own stadium, in their own backyard, they are actually quite solid. They've defeated drawn with City, defeated Chelsea there, defeated United, I think. Oh, no, sorry, United won. But yeah, they actually got a couple of great scalps. Brighton lost there. So, it's not the easiest place to go, right? But still, right?
No excuses, but the only reason they've stayed up this season is us today, right? Because they had to beat us to stay up, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah, they showed a lot more.
They could still go down, right? I think, right?
No, they can't. They have 37 points and there's one game left. They can't get thrashed.
Does Everton only have one game left?
Yep. No, sorry. Yeah, Everton only have one.
Because Leeds has 2 games left. That would put them on 37 points. They won both.
Leeds is the only team that can catch them right now.
Yeah.
Leicester are 7 points behind, and Everton are 4 points behind with
1 game left. So
with 1 game left. So they're
Leeds-
obviously
Leeds-
flying.
Leeds
Their
can,
last
maybe
game
the
is a
goal
dead
difference is different. I don't know. I have to look at the goal difference between the two. Maybe that's why Leeds can't catch them. But
I'm happy for Forest to stay up. You know.
Yeah,
It's,
so am I.
Nobody thought very well of the guys, including myself. I thought like the people or the teams that came up were gonna go back down, but they all stayed up. So
I'm way happier for like new teams to appear in the Premier League. I'm so fucking done with all the Watfords and Sheffields. Like Sheffield is coming back, of course, right? But Burnley is coming back. Like I would much
Big
rather
up
see.
Burnley, man. I like Burnley.
Yeah, big up to
No,
Burnley because
so
like they completely changed the way they play, right?
Leeds has a better. I guess the theory that thought in that is that both Leeds and Nottingham Forest would stay up, and Everton would be the team that would get relegated if Leeds were to come back, right? So.
Yeah, Will. So Southampton is already relegated, and Everton and Leicester cannot catch them, so they are mathematically safe,
Yeah.
right?
Everton,
Even if it's
because there's 2 teams. There's a team between them and Leeds. So Everton's in trouble because all Leeds needs to do is if they win tomorrow, they go a point up. Who's Leeds playing tomorrow? West Ham. They can win that.
They're drunk. West Ham are drunk, by the way. They got the European Cup final. So
can you share the table, or should I do it? Maybe.
Okay.
That would be easy.
Will, do you think that West Ham will be drunk on Sunday if they play?
They will be all kinds of things.
So let me zoom in on here so people can see.
What do you mean, bro? Today they're gonna be drunk.
It's still not very clear. You guys see that or no? Do I need to make it bigger?
It's really small, mate.
It looks blurry to me though. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Like
blurry.
yeah.
24 for Southampton.
Maybe change the overlay.
I'll just change the layout like this.
Now I can see better.
But we got another guy in the back. I don't have his music uploaded yet. 'Cause I'm lazy. I just ask CQ. I hardly do the things I say I'm gonna do. So we'll bring him in for this because he's been on a rampage today, burning people's faces off everywhere he goes. Everybody to the chat, show your love. Stelios.
Well, so man,
big up, Stel.
Mate. You're in my
What
woods,
is
by the way,
happening,
Stel.
my favourite frauds? How are you, fraud gang?
Stel, man.
you haven't worn a hat in a really long time.
All right, I'll get a hat.
Oh god.
Yeah, so
man.
as I said, we like Nottingham Forest are on 57. They are mathematically safe, right?
Yeah, because Leicester can't catch them. They can only get to 36. Leeds can get to 37 and pass them on the table. So I guess the worst that Nottingham Forest can finish would be 17th, right? So that's the worst they can finish.
Yeah, worst is 17. They're safe.
Big up to them, mate. Big up.
Yeah, man. Big up to Forest, man. Like, I respect them even though they beat us today. You know what I mean? They deserved it. They outfought us. They showed more minerals. You know what I mean?
See, I want Everton. I think this would be the perfect relegation. Everton, Leicester, Southampton. I think that would be the best relegation.
Minerals, as an Arsenal fan, aren't you just embarrassed? Like, honestly, aren't you just embarrassed to have basically lost the title by losing to a team in relegation, West Ham, a team in relegation, Nottingham Forest,
Southampton, drawing with
and a team who got relegated, Southampton. You literally had to play the teams that are shit, and you choked. Like, isn't that a bit of a tough thing to take?
It's a double whammy, mate. You know what I mean? And we should have beat West Ham, man. Saka, I blame it on him for missing that pen. In Southampton game, that was a horrible performance. You know, it's so embarrassing, mate. You know what I mean? And it showed that some players aren't good enough to play for Arsenal.
Was that in doubt though? Like,
that's the funniest part about the whole thing, right? They all literally they had such an advantage that they it didn't matter that they lost twice to City, right? That's the funniest thing. You could have lost twice to City, and if you lost
And
if
still
you
won the
won the
league.
game, you were if you won the game you were supposed to win. Like as you said, West Ham,
And also
Southampton.
beating a crap Liverpool team. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Don't forget we should have beat Liverpool too.
Stelly's been waiting for this all season. Look at that. He can't wipe that smile off his face.
Listen,
bro. Yeah.
Listen, I told that fraud Flowers kissing Gunnar ass and all that back then. Okay. Now this has happened. It's almost like redemption for me. You know, I feel like I found my destination. You know.
Do you know? I watched. So last week when Arsenal basically bottled the league, they completed that process today. But last week they did. I went and watched Terry's show just to see how he squirmed his way out of it. And he was like, I was wrong in my prediction, but nobody was saying that, Arsenal wasn't playing, that they wouldn't get it. Nobody was seriously saying that. And I was like, bro, yeah, we were. I was. How much crap? Ask Minerals. How much crap did I take in the comments of Henry's show every single week?
Exactly. They were calling you a waffle merchant.
Yeah, from Gooners, right?
Yeah.
I held to my guns. I stuck to my guns. I explained the cracks that I saw. I explained the reasons why I thought they all the way back from October when they were playing Leeds, all the way back that far, right? When they were, crystal clear and playing the best football of their lives.
It was too fugazi in your opinion, right?
I'm just saying. Yeah. Not everybody bought into the hype. Even Stell bought into the hype a little bit. He's giving him credit all throughout the season,
Listen, I think the football they played was really good at times, and I think that they came close, but
shocked, man.
I think we'll do this. I think what I'll do is we'll do it during the summertime, right? Because we don't have anything going on, right? We'll do a show. I'll do a show on one of my because I think I'm going to be moving this show. I can't remember. In the past I usually move the show to Friday nights, but we already have a show on Friday night, so I don't know when I'm going to move it during the off season. But I'll do a whole show on that, and we'll go game by game of Arsenal, and I'll show you where the cracks started to appear.
I also
game
blame
by
Cube.
game.
I think Cube needs to take some responsibility for what's happened at Tottenham as well, because
what? What did I do?
As soon as she left, we started losing.
Literally. As soon as you left, we literally fucking imploded. We were shit already, but when you left, do you know, dude? We've won one game in 6. One game in 6, and Stellini got absolutely ruined at St James's Park. And this is all before Cube literally said, "Right, I'm done. See you next season. I'm going to go and support Wrexham because some friend of hers is involved." And yeah, Spurs literally just went off a cliff, man. We're not
like, hey,
no.
They were like, the players were like,
I smartly was like, I'm not watching this shit anymore after Conte left. That was the thing. Why? And so people that are talking shit about Conte, and here I am, I'm talking about Spurs again. But people that were talking shit about Conte, I was saying, after Conte leaves, the season's over. That's it. The season was already over, by the way.
That's why I said.
Before Conte left. But
it was a wise choice.
Ultimately, it was going to be a free fall.
I disagree.
The minute that Conte left, I was like, "Oh, it's a free fall."
Yeah, man, you're spot on, Cube, man. Cube. That's why we mad all other wrongins that are Spurs fans that hounded him out.
Yeah, we tried. But look, I think if Conte stays, we at least get Europa League this year.
Yeah,
at least.
For certain, mate. For certain.
Was he the right manager for us? Was he the right manager, the right match for us? Probably not, right? Because he was never going to get backed. But if he was here still, then we would not be where we are right now. He would not get us any lower than even 5th, or he wouldn't be able to stand for it.
Even the math. Even the math.
He's a winner. He has a certain level, a certain standard that he's just not willing to put up with anything less than that standard. So if we didn't drive him out and be completely abusive to him, and our players weren't complete dross, then what would have happened is, at the very least, we would have ended up the season with Europe, and then he would have left when his contract was up during the summer, and then managers, we probably wouldn't get a manager that was as elite as Conte, but at least we might get some manager that's not looking at us like we're the fucking plague or something.
Yeah,
you know. So I mean, but instead, the players drove him so crazy, and the fans were so abusive that he ended up blowing up, and then there was a free fall.
Levy sacked him.
Will, can I share the screen for a second?
Yeah, sure. But Michael.
Yeah, what's up?
Might have to zoom in.
I'm saying, yeah. What's funny? The funny part is that you guys were in top 4, so technically he was doing his job. You know what I mean?
We were top 4. We were like 10 points clear of Liverpool.
But because we would only play with 3 at the back, the entire fan base went into a critical meltdown. And the only way the fans would have accepted Conte is if he just put one more player in defence, then we would have been okay. They would have all been okay. But because he didn't want to do that, and Ryan Mason's done it, and so Stellini, and they've both been fucking abused by the opposition.
Hold on. Can I just say this?
Hold on, Cube.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Michael.
No worries. Because I don't want to share the screen for too long, right? But let's actually quickly analyze it, right? He got sacked after Southampton, right? So it's Everton. We would have fucking won that game if Conte was in charge. Brighton. Let's just assume the same thing would have happened, right?
Conte
and we won 2-1, right? Bournemouth, probably at least a draw. Newcastle, we would have gotten slapped, but not 6-1, maybe 3-1 or something, right? United at home, we are fucking winning that game, right? Liverpool, probably a draw, right? Crystal Palace, we win. Aston Villa, we probably draw. And Brentford, let's say we draw, right? That's at least 5 to 6, 7 points more than what we got with caretaker manager and caretaker to a caretaker manager. It's a fucking joke that we sacked the guy.
And your analysis matches up exactly with just the math. When you look at the points per game the Conte were doing, and you were to multiply it by 38, we would have finished on 67 points this season, which is 1 point above Liverpool, right? And
right here between those.
So people, I just want to respond to there's people in the chat that are basically like, oh, it's partly Conte's fault, and you can't keep a manager that is going to speak like that about the players and whatever.
Yes, you can.
That's my point. My point is that we drove him to that. I'm not saying that we should have kept him or that he should stay after that blowout. I'm saying that he was driven to that blowout. Like, that's what I'm saying. He was getting so much abuse from the fans. The players stopped listening. These players were utter dross. We drove him to that. We did not go and buy anybody but Poro and Danjuma Gap in January. So we drove him to that like blow up, and that's what ended up happening as a result. So people that want to blame Conte, it's not Conte's fault because we drove him to that blow up.
Exactly. You run him out. He's an elite manager. Look at Tuchel at Chelsea. They haven't been the same since they got Jellyfish Potter and now Lampard. You know what I mean? Still. Do you agree that that's what happens when you sack elite manager and then you bring in jellyfishes, right?
I agree with what Cello's put in the comments. You can keep Conte after the rant. That is called backing the manager.
Yep.
If you want to keep him,
why can't you keep him after the rant?
I think that after the rant, if you kept him, I wouldn't have a problem if you kept him. I actually don't have a problem if you don't keep him to a certain extent as well, because he pretty much lost all the players. So I think that it would be very challenging for us to move forward, after the rant. That being said, the fact that we drove him to that was that we have to take responsibility. The club has to take responsibility to drive him to that level, that he would have this crazy blow up like that and be like, fuck this. Because we were playing ugly football, as everybody was claiming we're playing ugly football under him. But if we just continue to play under Conte that ugly football and we just bided our time to get to the summer, then we would have at least finished higher up in the table, and he would have gone on his merry way during the summer, and he would just finish his contract. We wouldn't have given him this huge payout, and then we would have gone in again and tried to get some other manager that's not as good as Conte, but maybe wasn't Mason.
Landed, bro. You know what I mean? Let's have and you appoint Jellyfish Mason and Jellyfish Stellini, yeah.
Listen,
and still, let me ask you.
I just find it interesting how Conte got us top 4 last year. He got sacked when we were in 4th place this year, and yet they think another manager with these same players can do better than 4th place. I mean, that's the bit that gets me. That's the bit.
How do you get? But again, sorry for interjecting, still. I just realized that Conte was in top 4. So Levy, his premise is that if you're in top 4, you're doing your job, right? Conte was doing his job. Like Levy sacked him for being in top 4. Levy doesn't make sense, does he?
No.
Conte was in top 4.
Also,
I think the player committee. I think the player committee with Eric Dyer
about to get into that.
at the head. Oh, Michael, you can talk about
it. If we were a properly and normally run club, right? Like the way it should be done, right? After this fucking run that Conte went on, right? We do not sack the guy, but we keep him in the job. And even if we don't finish top 4, you just, as a club, you say, okay, fuck it, right? We are not finishing top 4. But again, like somebody told me, I think Dietrich or Dan, that I always say in an ideal world, because that's how it should be done, right? And it should be stated. So in an ideal world, they should keep him there, right? Watch the players' reactions, and whoever is the fucking bum that's trying to undermine him, that's going against him, you bin them off in the summer. You bin Conte off in the summer if he wants to go, right? But you know which players are the problem, right? Instead, we bin the manager off, and Eric Dyer is probably going to get another fucking contract for some reason.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Which the guy doesn't deserve at all, right?
It doesn't make sense. Michael, sorry.
People that want to blame.
So
I was going to say, so people that want to blame Conte, the fact remains that when Conte came in, we were like 9th, I think. I think that we were like 9th or something. And then he ended the season in 4th. And then when he left us, we were in 4th. And then right now,
we could finish 9th.
So literally shows that Conte gives us at least a 4-place bump with and without Conte. That's literally what it is. It's exactly at least 4 places.
Well, if we end up losing to Leeds and Brentford get a draw with City, because City will be off to the beach by that time.
Yeah, City will be on the beach.
We'll finish 9th.
And
they have 5 goals on us.
Exactly. We are 9th without Conte. Then that's just factually we are 9th without Conte, and Conte got us 4th.
He made up those 5
Conte
spots.
had in 4th too, but I just wanted to add in and ask Stel again, like, so the geezer was in top 4, in March on the international break. Then why did Levy sack him? Isn't he doing his job?
It's mad. You cannot explain this, mate. Like, yeah, if they had fucking brains, they wouldn't sack him, right? But the issue is that Levy just is fucking clueless, right? He and the entire board.
What I don't get is the amount of times that Daniel Levy has done this, right? Like, for example, if you remember when he sacked Jose before the cup final, we were still mathematically possible to get into the top 4. And his excuse for sacking Jose Mourinho, a good manager, right, a week before a final because he wanted to pay more attention to the cup competition than the league game, right? That, by the way, we lost the competition and won the league game. Who's to say that Jose couldn't have made up the difference and still gotten us top 4 after the final? Because we still had 4 or 5 games after the final. Right?
Who says we would lose against Southampton in the midweek? Like,
yeah.
we probably would have won, or at least drawn. That's Jose we are talking about. He would put 6 center backs on the pitch and try to stink out a 0-0 draw.
Just like he
that's
did in
what Jose
the
does,
Europa
right?
League, right? Exactly. I
Even in
mean,
the Europa League
he
against
knows what he got to
Leverkusen,
do. He
fucking
gets a
Buffalo.
goal. He would have set Son
Yeah,
on
gets a
fire,
goal, you know what I
released
mean,
him.
and chucking it.
You never know, and that's what I'm saying. And then he
Elite
does the
manager.
exact same thing with Conte and thinks that that's going to work too. Like, it's literally the definition of insanity, doing the same thing
It's
over
so
and over
dumb.
again, expecting different results.
But the difference, the worst part is that Conte wasn't top 4, and they still sack him.
49 points we were on, right? 49. We haven't even gotten 10 points in 10 games. Haven't even averaged a point a game.
48 actually before Southampton, or sorry, after Southampton 49, right? But seriously, before Southampton, 27 games we played, we had 48 points. Newcastle was 4 points behind us with 2 games in hand, and Liverpool 6 points behind us with 1 game in hand, right?
And now Liverpool is how many points ahead of us? 10? 9?
No, like 7
9 points ahead.
Wait,
we're on 57. They're on 66. So they're 9 points ahead of us.
Points ahead of us.
No,
Fucking.
the
So
other
that
thing
is
about
what 9 plus
sorry.
6, 15 point swing in 10 weeks. That's almost as bad as
10
Arsenal's.
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny, right?
Man.
Do you know what's funny, right? They really struggled, man. In fact, Minerals, question for you. Why have Arsenal fans across multiple social media pages and YouTube channels, and even in WhatsApp groups, why have they struggled to accept the word bottle job? What's the problem with it? Why are they struggling to accept it?
Because like there's this thing of being like sensible in the Arsenal fan base and sentiment of seeing it and this snowflake mentality, and they don't have it. You know what I mean? I admit we bottled it, and I was pissed. But it's the snowflake mentality in the UK, innit? You know what I mean?
I also think they like in those type of fans that have such a problem with that word, right? They associated this word so much with us, with Tottenham, right? That they are so afraid of becoming us, right? They are
they're
like,
so afraid of becoming Spurs, innit? Yet we're moving like Spurs, winning nothing.
When they are called bottle jobs, all they think about is that's just like Tottenham, right? And we don't want to be Tottenham. We are better than Tottenham. Fair enough.
Are they better than us though?
No,
yes,
what I'm saying, right?
Better than you.
This season,
this
over
season,
the last
right?
10 years.
That's the past, bro. It's only about now. I thought it was all about now, Will.
Well, you know what's not the past is bottling it right now. Bottling the league.
Sorry, Minerals.
Right
when
now.
you say to me that you've seen things that we've never seen, that's the past, bro. That's the past. It works both ways, right?
Well, I have a question for you, Minerals. Okay, so what do you think of Arteta then? Because some people are just they're defending Arteta, but this is now 2 seasons in a row that he's bottled. 2 seasons in a row. He was eighth, then he was 5th and bottled 4th, and now he's 2nd, which is great. Oh, it's improvement, but he bottled the league. So what do you think about Arteta? Because a lot of your fans are saying, Arteta, we're proud of you, love you, Arteta in.
Listen, he needs to go, man. Sadly, man. He needs to go, man. You know what I mean? You can't be
out. There you go. I like it. I mean, to be honest with you, it's right. Like, at this point in time, Lee Gunner's right, dude. Like,
yeah, I was watching Lee's reaction to the match today. You know, the whole stream.
Unfortunately, I didn't watch any. I watched Arsenal play, and I watched them hand the game, hand the league to City. They literally carried the trophy up to Manchester and handed it to him. And then I watched the U.S. men's youth national team win against Ecuador in the U20 World Cup. And then I took a nap. And then
you're gonna pop up on your notifications.
No, I didn't watch any AFTV. I'll save it for tomorrow. I don't have anything to do on a Sunday, so because I don't have to watch City now to see if they win, because it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. And you know, that's what it is. So. I'll watch a bunch of AFTV tomorrow. Maybe catch up some League Gunner. But no, I mean, the dude's right though. Like he's been right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been right, but he's also been fair when Arteta's been doing good when we're winning. Like you can't say that he's a flip flop. I do rate sometimes he recognizes when Arsenal do good, but overall he was right. Like not good enough, for Arsenal.
To be fair,
I don't understand how the goons like they were just like, yeah, it's all right, boys. You had a really great season. Good job. And Man City players were watching your game from their fucking couch, winning the league from their couch. and your fans are like, oh man, good job, boys. Arteta,
we'll go again next year.
Next season.
Go again next year.
Go again next year.
Won from their couch. They were celebrating not on a pitch. They were celebrating just in their building. So like there's video of them just all celebrating, like happy after watching your game. Like what the hell?
Back in the Champions League.
By the way, Serge Aurier posted on his Instagram something like I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like.
So I love Serge.
Maybe
never let him go.
Maybe we aren't champions today. Yeah, read it out, Sterling. It was brilliant. And by the way, big up to just
we
read
can't
it out.
See it. Just read it, dude.
Yeah, read it out.
If we are not champions, they will not be champions too. # my Spurs family.
There you go. I love Aurier, dude. I never understood the Aurier hate, dude. Like especially in the Conte system, I think he'd have been great. I think in a Conte system, he'd have been great. In any other system, he's not that great. But in a 3 at the back, as a wing back,
at the back, defensive FC.
Yeah.
To be fair, Spurs fans, they're the Enoch and Levy disciples. They are so in the mud, right? These frauds.
They're in the woods, mate. They're in my woods, so don't forget it.
They're in the woods. They're in the forest. They're in the ocean, wherever you want, right? These frauds. They have been arguing for years. You forget about the 90s. Look what they've done for us. In the 90s, we finished 8th and 9th and mid-table. So right now, we are. This is the 90s, guys. This was every season. They've taken us back there. So Enoch in, Levy in. You are frauds. Absolute fraudulence.
Yeah. And for that other guy who wanted to know what the XG or the XAG for Brian Hill's assist is 0.1, so it's a 10% chance of it completing it. So it's not very good.
Yeah, man, Brian Hill, he's another wishy-washy player. You know what I mean?
No, like I just don't get what people doing. Like, oh wow, he got an assist. Wow, so did Eric Dyer. Right? Like, does that make him a good player because he got 1 assist in Europe? Right? Like, come on now. It's silly.
I want Brian Hill to win the Europa. I want Brian Hill to win the Europa Cup so that Spurs fan thinks he's actually really good. Then he can come back and he can be a disaster again. And then we can like.
Why do we want to keep repeating this torture, dude? No, I want Spurs fans to finally realize that he's not good and back getting him out of the club along with everybody else.
He will bring winning mentality, guys. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I just want him, actually, Brian Gill to win too, so that Jose is in the mud.
No, Gil is not the new skateboard soundboy. If you've been watching my channel, I have been going after Brian Hill since before he put pen to paper, when we were linked to him. This isn't new. 2 years. Everybody's on my band. If there's a bandwagon, I started that bandwagon.
By the way, Stelios, to back your comment even further, right?
I lost my silver dollar.
To back your comment even further, because you were talking about the 90s, right? In the 90s, I wrote it down every single season, places we finished, right? 8th, 15th, 7th, 8th, 10th, 14th, 11th, 10th. we are going to finish 9th this season, most likely, or 8th.
I told you,
right?
the 90s are back.
It's not that different, mate. It's 1 or 2 places.
The 90s are back, man, and people are saying
let that sink in. Let that sink in, people.
Yeah, don't
All
forget
those guys
that this season is the second worst defensive season for Tottenham. 62 goals. In 38 games.
1 minute. Hold on. We've still got a game to play.
Just wait. That's one thing. That's one
Leeds
thing.
Leeds could score 4. You never know.
Minerals,
Leeds
mate.
could score 4.
Like 90-93 season where we conceded like 65 or 66, right? It was a 42 game season, right?
It's the same.
These are in relegation battle, and they got some of our American players over there.
I hope we lose to Leeds 4-0, because then we could have scored 66 and conceded 66.
66 goals conceded, but in 42 games, right? And
this is in 38 games, so 4 games less we've conceded the same. So this is the worst defensive season we've ever had.
Same.
Do you know there's people that say Ben Davies, he's a steady 7 out of 10. You get those fans. Ben Davies, he's a 7 out of 10. Did you see him in a leg race with that fake Thierry Henry? He gave up on the race.
Today was bad. Normally he's a steady 7 out of 10, but today,
dude, man, he ran away, and Longley had to then. Michael said, "Why are they crossing over?"
Exactly. And Mbeumo dumped them like a keeper, bro.
Why are they crossing over?
By the way, Brian Mbeumo is better than Kulusevski. Will, let's have it right.
Who?
Mbeumo, the geezer that dunked him.
Mbeumo. No, he's not better than Kulusevski.
I think Mbeumo's better than Kulusevski.
I don't think he's bad, right?
You're trying us, bro.
He's been better as of late. He was better today.
Saka's an England international, man. Let's have it right.
He's not a bad player, right?
Mbeumo plays for Cameroon.
So is Maguire, dude. That's not being an England international. It's not a thing to brag about, my man. It doesn't take a whole lot of. He's an England international.
But with Mbeumo, right?
I would as a backup Dyer and Maguire.
Yeah. We got to bring in the next guy. He's here finally. He's been slacking. Everybody, step it up. Step up your game now, because Elias from Step Up Spurs is in the house. Big up, Elias.
Hello, guys. How y'all doing?
Not very energetic, dude. You're supposed to come in energetic.
I'm not surprised.
It's like I'm giving you this intro with the music. What's going on, Bob? Hello, guys. You sound like Eeyore, my man.
Man, I'm on a holiday. I got really bad drunk last night, and I just woke up quite late.
Well,
yeah, I think I'm still a bit drunk.
Over.
Where are you on holiday?
Malacca. It's one of the
Morocco. Did you say you're in Morocco?
No, not in Morocco. Malacca.
In Morocco?
It's Malacca.
Did you say Morocco?
No. No, it's called Malacca.
He's not here. I don't know where he's at, but he said Morocco.
By the way, Will, can I just make one joke?
Nope.
Just one.
No. I'll kick you out of the damn show with your dumb dad jokes.
No jokes.
I will leave.
It's a Daniel Levy and Ryan Mason joke.
Nah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Why does Ryan Mason play with Daniel Levy's balls?
Do you know what did Levy's wife say to him when she was putting the hand on his knee?
No.
No, what did she say?
At least Ryan gave you a blowjob.
It's not funny.
Pick him off.
Yeah, fucking show, man. No
Tomatoes.
Jeez.
Was that a joke?
Yeah, we're throwing tomatoes at you.
No, it's not a joke.
Jesus Christ. Did you say you're in Malacca?
Yep.
Do you know what Malacca means in Greek?
What does that mean?
I'm serious. When you call someone a Malacca in Greek, that means wanker.
Oh dear. Well, I have one of my friends who's actually.
I swear to God.
Really?
Type it into Google.
Actually,
type in MALACCA. AGA, Malaga, and then put the word Greek
It's
next to it and
different.
see what comes up as a explanation.
Different
None of us
spelling.
did, Sean. None of us did.
No, so basically,
Don't explain the joke, Elias.
A joke has to have some type of irony, some type of thing. Not just
What
did Elias say to Stell? You suck.
Blowjob.
That's not a joke, man. That's there's got to be some type of ironic, something comedy, irony. That's what makes comedy funny, right? Not
Funny.
I just realized that the 92-93 season where we conceded 66 goals, we won North London Derby away 3-1.
Yeah, last game of the season too. And it was even the last game of the season.
That word into another word with the same pronunciation.
After getting slapped 6-2 by Liverpool, by the way.
At Anfield as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Arsenal was shocking.
That joke is old.
Norwich City in third, Queen's Park Rangers in fifth. Man, those had to be some fucking crazy
Arsenal
times.
been shit for weeks, man. You lot have gone to
Is Mr. Box Office actually genius? No.
Wait, hold on.
He's another brown envelope.
That's a joke.
Well, when are you doing your forfeits?
Yep.
When my wife goes to Korea, so in like a couple of weeks. So.
Okay, so you got your TAP forfeit, and you got another one, right?
What's my other one?
Did you do one for Liverpool finishing above us?
Yeah, but that got canceled when Conte got signed.
Because Conte got signed.
That was a stipulation even then. So.
Okay, so you only had the one.
Yeah.
I don't have to get Arsenal tattoo anymore because Arsenal are not winning the league. Yay!
What's
Arsenal tattoo? That is dumb.
Are you gonna vlog? Are you gonna?
Yeah,
so
I made a bet with one of the guys. He comes on Eugene's channel. His name is Money, and then I told him that yes, if Arsenal win the league, I think Stell was there that stream as well. If Arsenal win the league, I'll get an Arsenal tattoo.
Because she doesn't want to.
Listen,
Sean.
you guys need to stop.
What a rude thing! What a rude thing to say to you. Why can the woman?
Don't highlight the comments. We'll just
seriously.
You gotta.
Jesus are wrong on me. Do you know what I mean? Get in the woods, son. You know what I mean? Respect you.
She doesn't want to. Seriously,
son.
You've been a bit weird all
can
show.
I say, guys, you and Dan need to stop this, right? I know what's happened.
Yeah.
Last year, I made a bet, and I ended up losing it wearing an Arsenal shirt. And what's happened is, since then, everyone now wants to make these stupid bets. Literally, Dietrich came on our show in a fucking Arsenal top the other day. And today, Dan comes on wearing a Chelsea top. I'm like, Dietrich, why are you wearing an Arsenal top? I lost my bet. Oh, yeah, the one from last year. Okay. Dan, why are you wearing a Chelsea top? Oh, I lost the bet. Why is everyone's making bets and they lose?
Stop with the bets, you idiots. Just
well, you know why? It's because the problem is that Spurs, when you back Spurs, you will lose bets. When you back Spurs, you will
Spurs aren't reliable, man.
Lose bets.
This stream is not made for kids. So what is the age limit? It just depends on what the age limit your parents like. We've got Dan, he's 14. He comes on the shows 14 or 15. He comes on the show whenever he wants, but that's because we know that his parents approve of his appearing on YouTube, right? So
oh my god, Will,
case by case basis, man.
On Friday night show, I don't know how much sugar Dan had taken that day, but Dan lost the plot. Absolutely
Too many Coca-Colas.
He was a long way from McDonald's, mate. Dan, you know what I mean?
Wouldn't shut up.
We got 120 people here. Make sure you hit the smash button, like, subscribe. 120 people on a Saturday night at like BFE UK time. It's a pretty good number, so we appreciate everybody watching the show.
By the way, if Dan will be watching this, right? Dan, mate, you need to like take some anger management classes. Like Aston Villa scored today during the stream, and you started smashing the desk. Mate, just calm down. It's
I don't know, man, but look,
don't need to express so much emotion with this season. Like you have to learn how to check out.
Look, and I'm
like
the only
this.
person. I'm the only person that's honest with Dan, right? Like Dan's been doing this fake English accent thing for a long time. I called him out on it from day one, right? Everybody else tried to coddle him because he was young, he was babying him, and I call him out. It's getting out of hand now, man. Seriously, like if you know,
Oi, bruv.
Mama Dan and Papa Dan, if you're watching the show, you need to get him to stop doing that, dude. It's like it's just weird. I'm sorry.
It's disturbing, right?
It's weird.
Mama Dan and Papa Dan doesn't watch stream. They don't even watch his streams. What other people's streams?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Dan's.
He's got to be doing it at home. Does he do it at home, or does it only do it on the camera? Right? You know what I'm saying? How can they not know if he's doing it all over the place?
Yeah.
I mean, Will, I tell you why, because those lollipops are doing Dan. That's why he was so energetic.
No, it's like, why are you speaking in you're American, right? Of Latino descent. Why are you going around speaking in a very bad English accent for? You know? It's just.
And he's even listening to UK.
You shouldn't entertain. You shouldn't entertain.
It's
weirdness.
It's as if I or Elias tried speaking with an English accent.
Yeah,
right?
or me walking around.
Elias, can you do scouse? Maybe we can try doing some scouse.
Yeah, do scouse, man. Or even do a Manc accent.
I'm not very good with accents, by the way. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Neither is Dan. That's the point.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you guys, just give me a minute. My
laptop. That's the Manc accent, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe in 2023, I should probably keep my mouth shut because people probably think that I like abuse my children or something. But like, I don't let my kids just do random dumb crap all the time just because they're kids. Like, I tell them not to be dumb. Isn't that what a dad's supposed to do? To tell your kids not to be dumb?
Of course he is.
Yeah. Just saying.
I think Dan's dad's just given up on him. I think he's just given up.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. You know, it sounds a little bit like taking a shot at Dan's dad, because he was the one that was like, when people were asking him, right, when they came to visit, like, what's wrong with him? He was like, I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, people were like, what's going on with Dan? He's like, I don't know what's wrong with him.
He's giving up on him, I guess.
He's like, I don't know.
I don't give up on my kids, man. Well, I guess I have. My oldest son's 15. He's getting dumb now. You know, kid came home with hickeys all over himself the other day. God.
I had to pull Dan back when he came to England because he just wanted to get in all the action, and he walked straight into the Spurs ultras. Well, not that we've got ultras, but our version of it. He's walked straight in. I'm like, no, Dan, not that way. Not that way. And he's like, guys, he's got his hands up, walking towards the ultras. Come on, you Spurs! Come on, you Spurs! His fake accent. I'm like, oh my god, no, Dan, no. Not here.
No, Dan, man. Dan tries to be slick, man. You know what I mean? He ain't got the minerals yet.
We love you, Dan.
We love Dan, but Dan, you gotta stop with the accent.
You will learn some things as
Exactly.
you get older. I'm
We
sure
love
you
Dan.
will.
He's just a fraud. He's the biggest fraud.
Yeah, man.
You gotta knock off the accent.
But exactly. Do you think Dan, it's too much Happy Meals for him to be like that?
No, I can't. I want to take Dan serious, but I can't. I can't take Dan serious when he talks like that. I just can't. Huh?
Yep.
So.
Well, I'm sure. Nobody's really talked about Dan buzzing about. I'm sure he's going to be buzzing about James Ward-Prowse, his favorite player ever. Now dropping to Championship.
Fuck's sake. Oh my! Let's not start the James Ward-Prowse discussion because I don't know what people see in this guy. He's fucking Højbjerg that can.
James Fraud-Prowse.
No, he's not going to go to the Championship. I think he'll go to somewhere else.
He's literally Højbjerg that takes free kicks. That's it. That's what James Prowse is. It's with full due respect to him. Nothing special about him there. Eugene, before you start,
Why am I on the
Eugene,
beach?
I have to go, mate.
Oh, bye, Michael.
I have to go. It's 4 a.m.
Michael, man.
You know,
Oh, Michael,
just
it's
saw
2
Will.
a.m. Yeah, good morning, Michael. Have a good night's sleep.
I just saw Will sitting by himself. I was like, I have to join at least for a bit before
I was
Andy gets
happy.
show up,
Dude.
right?
You guys ruined it. I was looking forward to shutting the
Sorry,
stream
mate.
down after an hour and going to sleep, but no.
You
guys had to ruin it.
have to ask, what are you gonna do
I'm
for
going.
the
Michael.
season, man? Will
Bye
there be
bye.
shows? Transfer shows?
Yeah, we'll do shows. We do shows. I mean, there might be a little less streams. Like I don't know. So, are we gonna have a Friday night show? Like, what's the point of having a Friday show and a Monday show? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Monday's like
What's the
Monday.
point
I
of talking
understand
about
that's the
Spurs?
normal
Period.
thing.
What's the point of talking
Yeah.
about Spurs?
I like Friday nights.
Yeah. I'll be doing a
No,
show at least
we'll
once
do
a
a lot of
week.
Levy out shows.
The thing is,
I'm not
Friday
entirely-
night is the build up to the weekend, right? So people in a different mood. It's a different type of.
Yeah, but we don't have any
crowd. It's-
games. That's what I'm saying.
You don't have any games.
I'm talking about the off season.
Yeah, but we could it'd just be like the weekly roundup. Then we'll just round up the week's bullshit, the week's
the
news, the
transfers
week's
and-
frauds, the week's fake
Yeah.
players.
Maybe
that
we'll
we're
just
gonna
cancel
buy.
my show.
Huh? No, we don't want to
Maybe
cancel.
we'll
it,
just
sir.
cancel my show.
Look
Stella,
at,
Stella, I
look
got,
at Will
Stella,
acting like he doesn't love talking to all of us.
I love
Stella, I
talking
got
to you
this-
guys. I just don't.
Yeah.
But like, did you guys hear the news
Yeah.
today? Apparently, Levy has some high ticket transfer in his back pocket. He's getting ready to release.
Yeah.
That's the voice in
Julius
news.
Zetsky
But still, I
new
got a question
free-
for you guys. Have you guys seen the last program from the home game? Levy gave a statement and all that, right? I've been trying to get hold of that to find out what
I haven't
bullshit
seen
he's
it.
saying.
I wasn't
again.
there, Eugene.
No, I mean,
Yeah, he said his ambitious plan for success has failed.
But he didn't take responsibility for it. He's basically saying it's
No,
like
he blamed
he
everyone
had
else.
made decisions with ambition in mind. But then they have not panned out.
All right, stay humble. You're gone. Goodbye.
So you can't get a copy online or something like that.
Well, I've got the statement. Do you want it?
Okay, yeah, okay. WhatsApp to me, yeah. That's good, Stel. I want to dissect that piece of shit like the last time he did it when the Aston Villa game, right? And to see all the lies that's coming out again. So, you can't believe the liar, right? So, and did you guys see that his wife was next to him and consoled him after we lost?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
That was
that.
during the game that happened.
You know,
Oh,
I
that was
wish my
during the
wife
game.
would console me after I do bad at work.
Oh, no. I don't know.
Just message
Thanks,
you.
Stel. I got the WhatsApp now. I'll read it later. Anyway, I'm on my usual drive to work on Sunday when Will's on, right? So all I gotta say is that Spurs, right? Can't depend on them, right? And earlier you guys were saying about Conte being sacked and all that. Come on, and the thing is that we the writing was on the wall. Last season, November, he had his bust, that blowout. And then he got gagged. Then the Southampton game blew up. He said he was hiding things. So I guess it is what it is. But the only thing is I just can't understand why is our fan base so still deluded and don't see won't be able to wake up, right? Oh yeah, Stel. How was Stel's gone? Yeah. I always want to know, how was the protest? Anyone got any news on the protest? Any videos?
I heard that it was
videos
bigger
on Tottenham
than previous times, and it looked like it was.
Yeah.
Some nice good signs.
Yeah, I'll talk to Stel and get some clips from him. And when I do my weekly Levy out shows, right? So I'll use it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, man. Like Levy is an absolute wrong, and isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He needs to be stopped.
I don't know. If we don't show our dissatisfaction, right, he'll still be there. So it's still down to us as fans, right, to show our dissatisfaction. So I don't know. Maybe we push hard enough, he will resign. But it's end of the season now, so that depends. But what, if I'm not mistaken, protest plans are still on. So even after the season ends, but I'm not sure where they're going to be at. That one we got to wait for Brian Daigle to let us know, right? So let's see how that goes. Yeah, let's see how that goes. And to tell you the truth, yesterday I was working. I wasn't even. I didn't even get to watch the match, right? Because it was played at 7:30 our time. It was peak for me. Right? I didn't have time to watch any of the match. So when everything was closing down at the time, I went and watched it on record. When I saw the lineup, I was going, we've got Sanchez and Langley as
That
center
guy really
back.
drives me crazy.
I was going like, okay, let's see what happens. But in 8 minutes, Harry Kane scores that brilliant free kick. His only ever second free kick that he scored out. And then the commentator say, "Oh, Harry Kane has broken another record. He scored 25 games in a season, in 38 game season. Whoa, yeah." Then I fast forward to the second half. My God, we're 2-1 down. What the hell's going on? Yeah, it is what it is. More or less, I've just given up on doing shows even, right? I don't even know how to do shows now, right, with this going on. So I'm not even sure. Like last week, I didn't even do the Monday show, which I usually do with a group of other football fans. I've just gone to stage that, what's the point? We keep losing like that. So I guess I'm not sure whether I'm going to do a Monday show this coming Monday, or maybe I'll just turn it around and turn my Monday show into an evening out show, right? And get some more people to come on and scream about evening, right? And hopefully I get more Asians to come on and scream about evening, right? Like my last evening out show. So I don't know. I just got to the point. Now I always been zen about it, but now I feel a bit dejected. That's all. Yeah. After Conte, right? You know, Conte was supposed to be the big hope, right? If Conte doesn't make it, we will break Levy. But in the end of the day, Conte doesn't make it, right? What happens? We're still stuck at square one. What the hell's wrong with our fan base? Oh, I don't know. But
they're just a long way from Starbucks, man.
Yeah, because they're all brown envelopes, aren't they, Eugene?
Yeah, brown envelopes and whatever they are.
I am legit like getting a headache because I've been talking about Spurs already for too long. I've hit my limit.
Harry Kane, man.
I'm already starting to regret a little bit that I came on. It's just
Let's talk about the golden retriever.
So
Let's talk about Arteta's golden retriever. Minerals. What do you think about Arteta's golden retriever?
Listen, it's a load of bollocks, man. You know what I mean?
Arteta's got a golden retriever.
Yeah, he bought a golden retriever for the team to give them emotional well-being.
Well, that didn't work, did it?
How does a bitch help in emotional well-being? I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm sure the dog was teaching them how to roll over instead of the other way around.
And fetch a trophy.
That dog's
for
got more
Manchester
minerals
City.
than half of our team, man. I tell you that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. But Cubes, good to see you, right? Good to see you back again.
Was it a chocolate Labrador? I'm sorry, golden retriever.
Yeah, it was a chocolate Labrador.
It's a Labrador, but it's a bitch, by the way, guys.
Yes, it is good to see you, Eugene.
Elias, how many times are you gonna say that same thing? It's like it's not funny, bro.
How's Wrexham doing,
Elias?
How is Wrexham doing? Wrexham is awesome. They're looking forward to next season. I think that most recently, the Ryan and Rob sent the players off to Vegas for a trip for them to all bond and enjoy and celebrate their trophy and their promotion, and then
content for the show.
And content for the show, exactly. I was going to say that. Content for the show.
Content for the show,
yeah. And they went and they showed up as well, and they're hanging out with them. And then Notts County also got promoted. They won the playoff.
Not me. It's for the puppy's not for me, Gogama. It's for Arteta. Arteta bought a puppy for Arsenal.
Yeah. But guys, I've got to make a move. I've reached my destination, right? Have a great show. Continue. And Elias, keep up with the bad jokes. Let's hope this show will end up in the next 4 hours time. Big up, guys.
Big up.
Bye.
Bye, Eugene. And with one goes off, the next one comes in. He doesn't come on the show often. Every now and then he graces us with his presence. The little prick. Here he is. Everybody in the comments, show your love. Bryce. Bryce.
Oh, you are
Hello.
Bryce. I've never seen you before.
Got a little echo. Close the YouTube.
Close YouTube.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yes,
That
P,
better?
I did. I did.
Well,
Too
no,
easy.
it's not.
Is it? Is it better?
No.
Oh, what have I done?
I don't know. Let me check.
I closed
Let me check your
YouTube.
mic settings. Oh, you don't have echo cancellation on. That's why. Now it's good. I got you.
Hey guys.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Hear a joke about an echo because it hasn't stopped.
No jokes. Lies. Let Bryce tell a joke if you're gonna tell a joke.
Stop being a left-handed screwdriver, Elias.
No, what does that joke mean? I thought it's just supposed to be left-handed or right-handed.
See, look, I'll show you, Elias. I'll show you, Elias. Okay, so this is a right-handed screwdriver. Okay, ready? I'm gonna show you the left hand. This is a left-handed screwdriver.
What's the difference?
Exactly.
That he's holding it with premium gas.
No,
And not
but
normal.
then the other day I went on YouTube. They say that yes, there are some screwdrivers that are made specifically for left-handed people.
Dude, it's round, right? Like there's
Yeah.
whether you hold it in your left hand or you hold it in your right hand, there's no difference.
No difference, man.
It's the same, right? It turns. It's the same direction.
I get it.
No
I get it.
matter what hand you put it in. There's no such thing as a left-handed screwdriver, my man.
Okay, I get it. But the thing is that why there are people on YouTube going around saying that they are left-handed screwdrivers that are
To
specifically
fool
made-
gullible people like you.
Go at you.
No, but then that guy was saying all the specifics that this screwdriver can do this and do that. Like, I
So
don't
maybe
get
if
it.
it's like a ratcheting screwdriver,
You
so like
believe everything.
if it's a ratcheting screwdriver, right? Maybe there might be a difference, but it shouldn't because the screw itself only goes one direction, right? It righty tighty, lefty loosey. It doesn't matter what hand you tighten it with, right? The screw goes in one direction. The threads
No, but
in order to
I
have
think
a
what-
left-handed specific screwdriver where it goes the
The hell
opposite
about this
direction, you would have to have a screw that is also threaded the opposite direction of any normal screw.
What's going on?
I think what they were saying was like, let's say if you're trying to tighten a
What are you
screw
talking
of a
about?
bicycle chain, and on your left hand side, it touches the chain or something, then you can use like your right and if your right is on the chain side, then you can use the left so that you don't dirty your hand or something like that. I guess
You could use your left hand, but that doesn't change the tool itself, my man. That's the point. Right?
Okay. Maybe I was being fooled there as well.
Yeah, you're being gullible, my man. Like, okay, I lied. Lies. This is a right-handed screwdriver, and this is a left-handed screwdriver. That's the difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I know you are trying to make me fool again.
I'm not trying to do anything. You're doing that all on your own, my man.
I'm just pretending.
I am not trying to do anything. But look, so, you know,
What
you got
has
the
happened
threads.
to us, bro?
You have the threads on a screw too, right? Well, this is a bolt, but the same difference. The threads go in a direction that when you turn it to the right, it gets tight, and when you turn it to the left, it unscrews itself or it gets looser, right? That's just the way screws are made. Bolts are made. If they now there are reverse threaded screws for certain applications. For example, things that are in torque, meaning that they turn to the right, and having in the same direction or the opposite direction, whichever it is, would loosen the screw through vibration. And so it's a reverse threaded screw, but those are specialty things that are used in order to, if something is rotating in a certain direction, that when it tightens itself up rather than works its way out.
Okay. I get it.
That
But
all
that's
just
not a
went over
joke,
your
right?
head, didn't it, Elias?
You got it?
Yep, I got it.
All right. I need a shop class.
All right, boys.
Wes, what
My
you having?
my head is hurting.
We're not talking about Spurs,
Already,
though.
no. I've already talked too much about Spurs, and also Lakers is currently trailing
Surprise,
Denver
surprise.
Nuggets at home.
Surprise, bro.
At
LeBron's
home
in the
right
mud.
now in the third quarter. I'm thinking it may be because I'm on this stream.
It's the reason why Spurs didn't do any good is because you stopped coming on the stream.
So I'm gonna go drown my sorrows of my teams being down.
Listen,
and out.
if Cube's going, I'm going as well. She if the fraud's not here, then I don't want to be here either.
Which fraud?
Will is not from the military. What do you mean? I was in the military. What do you mean, Sean?
Listen, guys, I'm going to bed actually.
How am I a fraud, Stel?
Because you support Wrexham.
Next season, I will be choosing another club.
That's
as well.
that's not a fraud. That's everyone. Just because I'm like an underdog.
I mean,
sport,
still, you were
come on.
kind of a fraud, bro, because you went missing for like 2 months last season. Was it because of work or something? Still?
I was having a breakdown.
Well, that's exactly what I've been having. A breakdown.
I'm having a breakdown.
Actually,
That's what I'm
if
having.
next
I'm having
if
a
next season
breakdown.
Michael Cooper comes to Premier League, I'm gonna start supporting that club.
Who?
Michael Cooper. I love that goalkeeper.
I mean, I'm not even, I'm not actually
He's a
even
Plymouth
exaggerating.
goalkeeper.
When I started to talk about Conte a bunch, like at a certain point, I did start to get a headache just now. And then I was like, fine. And then when Eugene started talking about the game, I started getting a headache again. So Spurs is actually driving me.
I think we all started
for
getting a
real.
headache when Regine started talking about the game. So.
No, but I came on because I do miss you guys. And
We miss you too.
I know, and the unfortunate thing was that I had to talk about Spurs.
I'm on the fence.
in order to hang out with you guys.
I'm on the fence.
Items.
I'm on the fence. I'm undecided.
And I also feel like you guys need a little bit more diversity in your streams.
Yes, that's why we talk about dad jokes and men's health and fragrances and skincare lately.
And masturbation.
Masturbation.
Or left-handed and right-handed screwdrivers.
All right, so
Same
masturbation
difference.
is my cue to get out of this stream. All right, bye guys.
Premium air.
Good night, fraud. Listen.
Yeah. Do you put premium air in your tires, Elias?
I got that one. Maybe
Guys, listen, I'm going to wish you a good night, good morning, wherever you live in the world. It's coming up to 3:30 in the morning here, and I've been up since 9 a.m. I need some sleep.
Yeah. We're probably only going to go for like another 10, 15 minutes anyway.
No, you ain't sucking me in.
Yeah, when we say 10-15 minutes, it go up to like next 2 hours.
No, Eugene already made his appearance, so that shouldn't delay the stream out. So
Listen, leave you out,
We're good to
Enoch
go.
out, and big up to Ryan Mason, 4 at the back. Danjuma starting. What a legend you are, Ryan Mason.
what joke? But later, style, man. We appreciate you coming on, bro.
Dell's got to do a poo.
No, Sean Links hasn't gotten the left-handed, right-handed screwdriver.
Okay,
joke.
so Sean, the joke is there is no difference between a left-handed and a right-handed screwdriver. That was the point I was trying to explain. So it's people who are a little naive about those types of things, like blinker fluid in your car, premium air.
It's an apprentice joke. Apprentices get sent for these things because they're dumb.
Yeah, they don't know better.
They're not dumb. They need to learn.
Yeah, they're not educated. They're ignorant of the way things work, right?
Yeah.
Or women with, getting their blinker fluid checked or, whatever. They don't realize that there is no, difference, right? So.
And us people that have gone through that same thing or generally been taught the hard way, cop it.
Or never fell for that in the first place.
Exactly. So you find your fun by getting it onto someone else.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you never fell for the left-handed, right-handed joke before?
No.
100%. I was an apprentice and I got sent for stuff, and yeah.
No, I mean, so for me, I've always been a little bit of a handy guy. So like when I was 9 years old, I literally took my, this big, back in the day, I'm an old guy, right? So we had these,
You were
black,
a handy guy.
we had black and white TVs that were like these old, tube focused, I used to take them apart. I used to take the TV apart and then put it back together. Like that's what I used to do just for fun because I'm a dork like
Your
that.
parents,
Right?
your parents never scolded you for that.
Yeah, I got in trouble all the time for taking stuff apart, but it didn't matter, right? But now I can fix anything. Like my kids, they get a toy that breaks or whatever, and my wife's like, "Oh no, we got to buy a new one." Like, nah, I'll fix it. Let's go. Forget it. Like I'll weld plastic back together. I don't care, right? I just we come from where I come from. So there's a bad phrase for it, but we call it Ozark engineering. So I'm from the Ozarks, which is a very redneck, right, country bumpkin type of deal. We fix everything with some, chewing gum and a roll of duct tape, right? Like that's what we do. So we're very crafty.
That's called blue tack, not chewing gum, by the way.
Sorry.
That's called blue tack, not chewing gum.
Okay, that's a different kind of gum. Lies.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
Later,
about
my
blue
man.
tack.
No, blue tank is a thing for male problems.
Okay.
Yeah, don't order Blue Chew off the internet, Elias.
I mean,
Hey, Will,
Go for it, Bryce.
that you said about the Ozark thing. Did you watch that show, Ozark?
Oh
Yeah.
my word!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Is it accurate?
Yeah.
Yes and no. So the Ozark, because I'm actually from that area, Camden, Missouri, Osage Beach. The Lake of the Ozarks. That's where I'm from. The people from Chicago maybe so the state of Missouri in and of itself is probably the meth, not so much opium, but meth, probably meth capital of the United States, right? Like that's where redneck people that make a bunch of meth, crystal meth for people that don't know.
Just heard of Missouri. Just remembered about Missouri. Isn't that where Eminem is from?
No, Eminem is from Detroit. He's from Michigan. But but Dewey, is it similar? Yeah. So there's people on the lake, living on the lake, rednecks, poor country bumpkin. The city itself is very touristy, right? So then nothing really happens in the winter. The population in the winter is like maybe 10,000, but in the summer it can blow up to 500,000, right? Like just because the amount of tourists.
I just checked on Wikipedia, Will. He's from Missouri. You're in the woods, bro. You're in the mud.
Huh? Eminem is not from Missouri. He's from Detroit.
Yeah.
I check. Go on Wikipedia, bro.
No, he's from Detroit.
Marshall.
Or is that where he made his name?
No,
he might have been born. He might have been born in Missouri, but he moved. No, it's Detroit, Michigan origin. I'm looking at it right now. Eminem, Wikipedia. Right? He was born in St. Joseph, Missouri, but he moved to. I didn't realize he was 50 years old, but looks like he was born in St. Joseph, Missouri, but he was.
I told you, bro.
Detroit, Michigan.
I'm right. I'm still right, bro.
Who use Wikipedia these days? You can just go to ChatGPT and ask.
Wikipedia can mean anything these days.
By the way,
she loves it. Gogoma loves the Ozark show. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, it's my Koyangi.
I mean, but we all know that.
So how long do you live
there? One thing you
there?
have in common with Eminem is that you're not afraid, isn't it? He's coming.
So he moved to Detroit when he was 12, bro. So.
Yeah, so he's from Missouri. So give me my dues, Will, and say that I was right.
You are right that he was born in Missouri. That's correct.
I told you so. Will is wrong. Got you again.
Yeah. But yeah, St. Joe's from around the Kansas City area. I used to live there too, but I was born in. I lived in Lake of the Ozarks till I was 5 or 8. Then we moved to Kansas City. I lived in Blue Springs, Missouri, which is a suburb of Kansas City, a southern suburb of Kansas City, not a northern one like St. Joe. And lived there from 8 until 15. And then I moved at 15 to St. Louis, Missouri area-ish, about an hour west of that. And I lived there from 15 to 20. And I joined the military. So...
it sounds like you have changed quite a lot of places as well. Throughout the phase of your life, you have changed a lot of places, right? Throughout the phase of your life, you have moved from one place to another place quite often, right?
In my adult life, yeah. So at 20 years old, I went joined the military, obviously San Antonio, Texas. My first duty station out of basic training, which is in San Antonio, Texas, was in San Angelo, Texas for technical training. I went back to San Antonio, Texas. And after San Antonio, Texas, went to Korea. And then after Korea, I was in Korea for 2 years there. And after Korea, I went to Nashville, Tennessee. I lived in Nashville, Tennessee for about 2 years. Went back to Korea. Was there for another, can't remember, 10 years, 11 years. And then came back to Nashville via St. Louis, but obviously going in and out of my parents' house. And then after from Nashville to Virginia to North Carolina to Georgia.
Wow. I'm pretty sure you don't get the move out anxiety anymore.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure you don't get the relocation anxiety anymore.
No, I hate it, dude. I hate doing it. And moving is such a waste of money, dude, to be honest with you.
It is, but sometimes what to do? You have to.
Yeah, man, it is sometimes, bro. Like moving from KGL and stuff, you have to. London is hard. But
Every
like
time I
Will,
move,
man.
it costs me like 10 grand, dude. It's not a...
Will, man, you should use that money to go to like Africa and those places, man.
So every time you move, it costs you 10 grand. Is that like in removalists or?
Yeah, moving fees. You have every time you move a house, you got to, if you're buying a house, you got closing fees on selling and buying the house. You got, if you're renting, you've got deposits, which can be anywhere up to 2 months rent, right, at a pop. So moving is an expensive deal. So if you think about it, say like if your rent's $3,000 a month or whatever, you got to pay $6,000 deposit plus, $4,000 to move. You got to have 10 grand cash.
You don't get that back once, like, you don't get that back?
You can, but say the landlord at my last house in North Carolina, so after we've moved out, right? That's when they do the thing, and that's 5 hours away. She said we had a cat, which we never had a cat. I hate cats, first of all. Sorry, cat people, but I don't like cats.
She
said we owned a cat and deducted $500 off of that for not, declaring it, and then said that we, what did we do? That we took her stools, but they were our stools. There's a bunch of weird things
So they jip you.
Yeah, they jip you, right? Because you got to take them to court then to get your $3,000 back, and it's is it worth it, right? Yeah. It's I didn't shampoo the carpets before I left because I didn't have time. So yeah, that's a $200 deduction. I can eat that one, right? But the rest of these were all fake, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's sometimes you get it back.
They gave me so many recently. I moved out.
In apartments.
My question is though, would you have shampooed the carpet with a left-handed one or a right-handed one?
It's getting boring now.
I use left-handed ones. Left-handed shampooer is easier. You know what I mean? Because I can still drink a Coke or do whatever with my right hand.
That's exactly it. Yeah. See?
Totally.
See? So yeah. Sorry.
Same reason why I use the left. Same reason why I use the left-handed vacuum.
Yep. That's why I use my right hand and not my left hand, because my right hand is like a stranger.
There you go. If you're left-handed, it feels like somebody else is doing it. Right?
Exactly. Yep.
Exactly.
I'm not falling for it.
It also keeps you from leaning one direction or the other.
That's actually, I'm not even joking with that one, Elias.
I can't, dude, because I don't. I'm a lot better at it than most people that have done it for me. So doing it with my left hand is the same thing. It feels awkward. It's just like you're not doing a good job.
You kind of got to get better at it.
Gotta get a lot better at it.
I think people in the chats are thinking, what's wrong with these two guys today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're used to it. If you're watching the show, you're used to it. Am I watching the St. Louis Kansas City match? No, I probably should be though. I'm on the stream. Obviously, I'm not.
Did you guys notice on the game today, at least the balloons and everything? I noticed them today. They became very visible.
Yeah, they got in the way. Like there's, that was before we were sucking.
Yeah.
Like at 3-1, that's when they should have gone down, not at 1-0.
Nah, yeah.
You mean when? Okay, that's a bad joke, but never mind.
I'm not surprised.
They were right-handed balloons.
It was a sucking joke.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I just remembered, yeah, Will, like, whenever I cook, yeah, now we're going to talk about the meals, yeah. Whenever I do my cooking, yeah, I always think as the food I'm going to cook, yeah, as the wrong ones, I mad. You know what I mean?
No, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. I was yawning.
I'm also lost, even though I was paying attention.
Who are we mudding? What wrongins are we mudding?
Like whenever I'm cooking, yeah, like when I cook steak, yeah, that steak is the wrongin. You know what I mean? Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, I mean, I guess you're cooking the steak in the same way that you would cook a wrongin. Hypothetically,
yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, it's analogous. Yes, that's why Stell likes to cook. He gets his frying pans out and stuff like that, right?
Exactly. Elias, tell him what you were gonna say.
No, I was just gonna say, Minerals, don't give me a call at 5:30 a.m. in the morning and tell me what the wrongins did. You know, last few days, Mineral was giving me a call at 5:30 a.m. Malaysian time and tell me that, oh, you know, this wrongin did this. I'm like, bro, I'm super sleepy to talk about wrongins right now.
I don't know anybody what's Wicker's World. I've never watched it. Is it any good? Is that a compliment or is it a
Wicker's World? What is that?
Never heard
It's
of
a
it.
movie.
British? I'm the American version of Wicker's World.
It's very British.
I watched Wayne's World the other day.
I'll check it out. You Brits with your crazy stuff.
Can't be Australian because we copy America.
Yeah. Now, just smarter of you.
It's a British television.
No, we've always copied America. We're always like 10 steps behind. That's the story of Australia.
Bryce, are you going for the Australian tour, by the way? When they're coming to Australia? Are you going for that?
A part of me wants to because Tottenham, I never get to see Tottenham, but my wife, who is very strong-willed, says no. So I'll probably go, but
I'd come if they were coming to Atlanta. I'd come.
An Australian tour too, you know.
Yeah,
because the money usually doesn't go on those tours. The money usually doesn't go to the clubs. It usually goes to like whatever promoter they're doing. So at least the majority of the money.
Charities and stuff.
Yeah, if they would have been doing the one in Malaysia, I would have gone. But no, Thailand and Singapore, no, I'm not going. I can't go.
I'd have to fly. I don't think it costs that much to go to Perth. It's 4 hours away, but.
I mean, the traveling it won't be.
You gotta fly. Why just drive to Perth? You can't drive 4 hours.
No. Like to drive to Perth, it'd take me a couple of days. It's 4 hours.
Oh, okay. By flight, it's like California from me to California. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's almost as long as like a flight from here to Melbourne. I think from Malaysia to Melbourne takes about 4 or 5 hours. I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm in New South Wales, so. That'd be closer, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm not very good with geography.
I mean, like, I just remembered about traveling and
sorry, it's a 7 hour
I just remembered that when I went to, funny enough, I just remembered, one time I went to Paris, I bumped into Serge Aurier in his area in Severn. That's so funny.
I just got to turn my camera off for a second.
Go for it.
Yeah, love you, Joseph.
Big up, man. I mean, Will, man. Did you hear that I bumped into Serge Aurier in Severn in Paris?
What's that?
One time. That's why I became friends with him.
No, Tottenham isn't coming to the U.S. They haven't come to the U.S. in a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, man.
I want to say last time. 17, 18, 18, 19 season, I think was the last time they came to the U.S.
Yeah, that's the same time. I think it was 16, 17 they came to Malaysia, but that time I was not a Spurs fan. They played the Malaysia starting 11.
They didn't come. They went to California, stuff like that. So they didn't come anywhere near me, so I didn't get to go. But,
I mean, let's have it right, yeah. You don't hear about how I met Serge Aurier in Paris when I traveled there. That I bumped into Serge Aurier one time I was in Paris. You don't know?
I didn't know him. Is he a good dude?
Yeah, he's a nice dude, man. He's a guy.
He's not a wrong I suppose.
I mean, bro.
I like Serge.
He's a minerals general, man.
I like anybody who can play at the right better than Emerson Royal. I like anybody who can play better than Sanchez.
He's not. Serge isn't as good as defender as Royal is, but he's a lot better going forward.
He's a lot better.
We let him go under Nuno, right? And then I think that if we'd have had him when Conte came in, we'd have had a lot less problems than we had. You know, because with Conte, it took us till Pedro Porro before he got a right wing back that actually fit what Conte needed, and then Conte got sacked like 2 days later. So it was a shame. Or he got sick 2 days later and then got sacked after he came back, right? So Conte never really got to work with Porro. That's the sad part.
By the way, Will, can we do dad jokes now?
Nah, man.
Nah, man.
Since you
can't,
just a few.
Elias, bro, we can't, G.
With a 15-minute
break. Or you're gonna get knocked out.
I think we're gonna call it a night. I'm getting tired, and I need to go watch Yellowstone. So
before that, can I do just one joke?
All right. It's only it has to be funny.
Okay.
If it makes me laugh, then you can tell another one. If it doesn't make me laugh.
Okay. I need to find a good one then.
An awkward silence. No, the last one.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay. Why don't M&Ms go to school?
Why don't M&Ms go to school? I don't know.
Yeah. Because they are already smarties.
But M&Ms aren't. Wait. M&M aren't Smarties.
They are Smarties.
No, they aren't. M&Ms are M&Ms. Smarties are a sour, like sugar candy. M&Ms are chocolates.
You are just too smart to understand anything. You see minerals, he laughs.
No, it literally.
None of them are sour, are they? Like I thought they were just by different makers.
They're not even in the same class. M&Ms are chocolates. Smarties are like a sour sugar candy, like not quite a hard candy.
No. Well, I don't know if that's an American thing, but in Australia, they're by two different makers. They're basically the same thing, but one's by Cadbury and one's by Nestle.
Yeah, see that's got to be in the U.S. This is what a Smartie looks like. I'll show you.
Exactly. Trust the sweets, Will. Do you know what I mean? That Levy gives you.
They're both chocolate coated.
Yeah, man.
Not in America.
Will, I have a good joke for you, man. Will?
These are Smarties.
Really?
Yeah, those are Smarties.
They're not like that over here.
They look like tablets, man. Let's have it right.
Yeah, it's like you ever had a pixie stick?
Yeah.
So but now imagine a pixie stick like
they're just like a firm Sherby.
Yeah,
like
they're not chewy. They're crispy. Like when you chew on them, they snap, but they're not hard like a hard candy. It's like like a sugar tablet. Yeah, like a sugar tablet.
Yeah,
it's like a pixie stick compressed into a little disc. But this is what. So that joke that you told definitely doesn't make sense to an American.
I can show you the Smarties that looks like M&Ms.
Smarties and M&Ms are virtually the same thing in Australia. Probably where you are too, Elias. Like,
are you talking about these
different
here?
Companies.
They're by Nestle. You're talking about these here?
Yeah, they're by Nestle. Yeah.
I,
I got
I,
another one.
I
I got
mean,
another one.
M&M's are by Cadbury,
what do
aren't they?
penis and
M&Ms are
Rubik's
by
Cube
Hershey.
I'm a number.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in Australia they're by Cadbury.
M&Ms are by Nestle, I think, here as well.
M&M. These are Smarties.
Yeah.
I am paper in it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why this thing saying the
Candy
Champa
coated
came in
chocolate
in
milk.
paper.
And paper is and paparelli. It looks like it's French
Champa,
or something.
it's paper. They're saying it's paper in it.
And the M&M
It's
is by
Smarties.
Mars, I think. Actually, Mars. M&M.
No, M&M has its own. They call it M&M's Malaysia. They are the ones who produce M&Ms.
Yeah, but M&M is owned by M&M's an American. M&M.
Does America have Mars bars?
Yeah, Mars is I think it's an American candy.
Yeah,
company.
Mars.
Nestle is too.
As well.
But, M&M.
German, right? Is it Mars German? Will?
No, I don't think so.
No, Mars is from solar system.
No, I mean
Yeah,
the
Mars
chocolate bar.
Incorporated, country United States. So
Elias is just on a mission to try and get me.
I mean, let's have it right, yeah. I think Levy hands out sweets and lollipops to his people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How did Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant?
I don't know.
He forgot to wrap his Whopper. Okay, Will is trying very hard not to laugh.
I'm really not trying at all.
I almost saw
laughed. You just laughed. You're in the mud again.
You're gonna tell him you gotta tell good ones, man.
I have another joke, man. No, sorry, not a joke.
All right, you go. Yeah.
It's for you, Giza. Do you think Levy sweets and lollipops to his minions that support him?
Do I think Levy gives his sweets to his minions?
Yeah.
Give sweets?
That's
a weird question.
If you're talking about downstairs. I don't know, but like something's not right with Levy's minions.
Yeah, for sure. But Elias, if you're gonna tell funny jokes, you gotta do like there's this guy on I don't know if it's like YouTube Shorts or TikTok or something or all of the above, but like he does these things where he's like write these down, and he's like sitting on the couch, and you can see like half of his face in frame, and his wife's sitting behind him, and he says funny things like he's got this like kind of like very serious like cinematic music going on in the background. And he's like, women are like ice cream. They're sweet. They're creamy, and when you get them hot, they'll drip all over you. Right, write that down. Right, those are funny.
Yeah.
Right. And you get her reaction in the background.
Have you seen is that the same guy that has her reaction and she tends to throw shit at him?
No, but that's another guy too. But
I like him, yeah.
With the what do they call that? It's got like the music and stuff on it after he does it, like
it's like
da 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 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, why couldn't the lizard get a girlfriend?
I don't know.
It's got to be something. Is it something to do with water? No.
No, because he had a reptile dysfunction.
See, I can find that one.
It's funny, man.
That
Dude,
one's getting
laughing,
better.
bro.
I'm not laughing, right?
Yeah.
But that one at least has an ironic, like a punish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I mean, bro. You know what I mean? Like you lot.
You got to come
have
earlier,
to
get
do
the
that.
treasure. We talked about football for the first 2 hours of the show. This is the time when we talk about nonsense and then go away, right? So if you don't like it, dude, seriously, this just bothers me about this channel sometime. And no offense to the people in the chat, right? You may not have been watching. You may have just got here, and that's fine. But we're talking about what we're talking about. If you don't like it, just watch something else, man.
Yeah, go watch Chris Collins streams. The whole
Exactly.
episode.
If you don't want to
Like,
watch it, you're getting
don't
sent
moan in the
to the
chat
woods,
over and
bro.
over again about, whoa, the show's just become comedy and jokes, blah, blah, blah. We already talked about football, man, and we suck. Like, what do you want me to talk about?
Bro.
This is exactly what happens when you're at the bar. You talk about shit.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. You know what I mean? And there's nothing much to talk about Spurs, is there?
That's right.
'Cause you're
Shamu
tough.
wants more
Or
jokes, man.
Arsenal.
Look,
Yeah, I
Shamu
want to
wants
give
more
you-
Yeah,
jokes.
or Arsenal.
Okay.
You know?
What do you call a cheap circumcision?
Pain.
What?
A rip-off.
Now that could be funny if you told it right.
Now you're speaking my language.
Right? That would be more of a funny joke. Right? That one's better. Right? The
Yeah.
Eminem one,
Yeah.
The one before that one,
premium
Yeah.
the Daniel Levy one was, you know,
Mm.
just
Okay. What do you
Hey,
call a
Will,
herd of
listen.
cows masturbating?
A herd
Dude.
of what?
you do what you want to do, man. You're probably not even subscribed anyway, because if you were, you already know that we do this all the time, right?
Probably the
So
same
Yeah,
person that's
exactly.
bloody got a million names.
yeah. So
Yeah.
sorry, not sorry. We're not sorry either, right?
Yeah,
Good luck.
This G,
Have a great life.
this G geezer, man.
Walk on.
By the treasure.
This G geezer's in my woods. I sent him to my woods, Will. Don't worry.
He's beyond the woods minerals.
Exactly. I agree with
Yeah,
you. This is not a train
he-
station. No need for an announcement of your departure. You know, or as we like to say here in the South in America, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Bang. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's an American thing. I thought that was an Australian thing, but we probably got that 10 years later.
It's like a South, you know, I don't know, it could
Is
be
that an
both.
Ozarks thing?
Maybe more southern than the Ozarks, but yes, it's similar. You tend to be more, I think, of like a Georgian, South Carolina, and it's people with a very long draw, right?
Yeah.
Hey, darling, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Yeah.
You know, that type of an accent.
So what, in America, is it called Burger King or Hungry Jack's?
Burger
So
King.
I'm pretty sure in Australia, your Burger King is Hungry Jack's. I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
It started out. When it came over here. It was
Burger King, and then switched.
Yeah,
They do that a lot, like Walmart over in Japan and some parts of Asia. It's like starts with an A.
KKMart?
No, it's like no. Walmart is like
America doesn't have Kmart, I don't think.
we have Kmart's, yeah.
Do you?
It's another, yeah.
'Cause you've got Target, don't you?
Target, Kmart, Walmart. Those all started here and then went over. Walmart in Asia, they're like Aileron or Arion or something like that.
Aeon. Oh,
Aeon. Yeah.
Aeon.
Yeah.
Aeon is Walmart.
Yeah.
No, I know. Okay.
We don't have Walmart. Like that was the highlight for me going over to America
That's
was getting to see
surprising to me.
Walmart.
Yeah. Aeon is the Asian version of Walmart. It's owned by the same company. And then because Walmart went to Asia, there are Walmarts in China, by the way, just in mainland China, but you don't have any in Japan or Korea. There used to be Koreans actually take pride that they were one of the only countries in which Walmart failed.
Walmart never made it to Australia, or maybe it will in 10 years.
But Aeon is like a shopping mall here rather than a mart. It's more like a shopping mall, like that sort of thing.
This is just the way that you guys do markets. It's different, right?
Yeah. Or Carrefour. It's the French thing, mostly like French-based countries. Even in Rwanda, it's there and stuff. But
Yeah,
it's
so
only
actually
like
the
French.
place where my parents stay, that city, they have the biggest Aeon of Asia, that particular city.
I don't know if it's Aeon. Aeon is Japanese company. Must be a different one.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be different.
Haven't heard of any of them.
Aeon is owned by Okaidayako Ltd. Now Justco. It's Japanese. But
I mean, they're not like bet like they have like less like things in central London, yeah, that like in central London will cost more than those shops because of inflation. But in real, like the products are overrated. But like if you go in those malls, they might be better. You know what I mean?
And sometimes we'll sell companies like for some reason like so you know like what is it it's not it's not Fubu, it's Fila. Fila, you remember the athletic brand Fila?
Brand.
Yes, I know. I wear their shoes.
So that started out in the US and then they ended up selling it, like it failed here and they sold it to Korea. So now a Korean guy owns it and it's like one of the big things like in all the shopping malls over there.
It's quite a trendy thing here in Malaysia now.
And but we don't do Fila or like even like 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven we still have in the US.
Yeah, we have quite a lot in Malaysia.
And but it's huge in like Japan. They have full like supermarkets that are 7-Elevens and they have like, you know, kids like it's a grocery store, like a huge, like a Walmart or a Tesco or a Target or whatever you'd be.
Yeah, so in Malaysia they recently came up with 7-Eleven cafes, but their food is like not there, not nice.
Yeah, they have here it's just like a gas station, dude. Nobody cares. Like it's nothing big.
It's just like
so funny. Like Pizza Hut. So Pizza Hut here is like the worst pizza you can buy in the U.S. most likely, especially for delivery services.
I need to jump off soon.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Take
you
it
guys.
easy, man. Elias, man.
Before I go, I have one joke to do. What do a penis and Rubik's cube have in common?
I don't know.
The more you play with them, the harder it gets.
Man.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Have a good
Bye,
day,
guys.
Elias.
See you all.
Later, my man.
Look, Ligma Cox. I'm not sleepy.
No,
bro.
it didn't start that way. It may be now. I think they bought it. I don't know. 7-Eleven. Did they buy it? It wasn't a Japanese company to begin with, but they may own it now because, like I said, it almost failed here in the United States. Let's see. No, the headquarters is still in Irving, Texas. So, it was started by Southland Ice Company in 1927. 7-Eleven, that is. But it's huge in Japan, man. 7-Eleven. Yeah, so Japan has more 7-Eleven locations than anywhere else in the world. It's insane.
It's like American fuel companies. What are your main? BP still a big company in America?
Yeah, BP's, Mobil.
Mobil, yeah, we've got them.
And then we have like Shell.
Shell, yeah.
And those are like the main gas providers. But then you'll have like, right now, the way that they're doing it now is they probably get their gas from one of those companies.
Yeah.
But we have these, what they call like huge convenience stores now. So like most Shell, BPs, Mobils are like, they'll have a convenience store, but it'll be small and kind of
they link
janky, you know. But now what's popular in the U.S. is like there's like places like Sheetz, Quick Trip. They'll have their convenience stores are like big, and even now they've got this one called Buc-ee's in the South, and Buc-ee's has like 72 pumps, and the inside convenience store is like. It's like people go. It's like a almost like a tourist attraction, dude. Like that, they have shirts and like you can buy all kinds of things inside Buc-ee's.
Yeah,
and it's
we've got things like I don't know. You don't have Woolworths or Coles out there?
No.
So we've got Woolworths who are attached to. I think it's who is it? Caltex or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like your Coles are attached to BP and things like that. So they've bought out their service stations, so they're attached to each other.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see who Quick Trip gets their gas from.
I mean, do you even go to like the gas station, yeah, and buy the chips and the thing, or do you think
Money.
it's overrated?
Mm.
Huh?
That's how they make their money at the service stations, like through all the
Concessions,
fast
yeah, they don't
food.
make money on gas.
Yeah, they're
So,
basically just
I mean,
they're
yeah,
almost
the gas
renting.
pays
They're
for the
almost rental for
yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's like a service. The gasoline brings people to your convenience store, and that's because like
They make their money. That's why
yeah,
you buy your Coke and everything for friggin'
double the
twice,
price
3
what
times
you
the amount.
what you would get at like a regular store. And because there's more convenience stores all over the place, like
Yeah,
and like for me around town, my everyday gas, I probably won't go inside and buy something, but usually I'll
yeah,
do like if I go to my kid's soccer game and he has to be there an hour early and I don't got anything to do and I didn't bring a drink with me from home, so it's like I just go to the gas station and buy one. I go to the
yeah.
convenience store probably more to not get gas than I do actually to get gasoline.
How's
I
your
tend
I mean, like, I mean, do you buy sweets and chips and sodas, yeah,
yeah,
for the
yeah,
youths, yeah,
do what?
yeah, yeah.
or
Yeah, sodas, candies, chips. In the U.S., like things like hot dogs, hamburgers, pizza, um, like these things, taquitos, like a taco roll. Um, you know, they're
Yeah.
all available there. They have them on these big giant like
Fast
rolling
food. Yeah.
wheels, and you just grab them and you put them in a little bag and you buy them. Or you can
Mm.
order pizza. Sometimes gas stations will have a fast food store inside of them, especially if you go to like what we call a truck stop. So there's different types of gas stations. You have just a gas station, and they'll have like cold drinks and maybe some chips, and that's it. That's all that's inside it. Then you'll
I mean,
have
what if
The small ones,
yeah, and then you'll have a convenience store, which will have maybe 2,
the
4,
fun
6,
ones.
8, 10, like a 10 to 15 pump one, and it'll have a nicer thing where they'll have a bunch of different drinks, and you can buy beer and you can buy um, different foods and snacks. And then we have these things called truck stops. And a truck stop is where like your big giant, 18 wheeler, shipping trucks go and they stop to get gas. And in those will have showers and big giant bathrooms, and they'll sell clothes and electronics. You can buy, all kinds. It's like a
America's next level.
yeah, it's like a big giant thing because you got truck drivers. They're on the road all the time, right? Like that's their job. They're driving 10 hours a day, right? So
Yeah, they need proper service.
yeah, so they
yeah,
need a
man, I'm
shower.
looking
They're
for
driving
service
from
too.
California all the way to New York or something. You know what I mean? Like the long distance drivers. So and those trucks munch up diesel fuel like crazy, right? So
Hey,
I think they get like
hey, Will,
7 miles to the gallon.
how's your young fella going? He's in academy football, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing all right. He's had a little bit of a slow year and a half, year and a half, but he's starting to come out of, I guess, his initial puberty shock. Although today, man, he woke up again, dude, and he grew an inch in like last week. I
Yeah.
measured him like 2 weeks ago. He's 5'11" and a half now without shoes on. So
How old?
he was
How old is he?
15.
15. Yeah. Okay.
And he's turned into a bean sprout though. Like he came down today, and I was like, "Did you get taller?
Yeah.
Something? Like you just look like this scrawny, lanky, dude now that you didn't look like, yesterday."
Yeah.
Put him up against the wall. We have this little mark on the entryway where I hash out all their heights, and he's like literally grew in like an inch in like 2 weeks.
Was he complaining about pain or anything like that?
No, not recently. Like in the past, he did. He used to have like a little bit of Osgood-Slaughters in his knees and stuff like that from growing and stuff like that. But these kids are weird, man. They go to bed one day, they sleep. He's been falling asleep early for like the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like he's been falling asleep at like 8, 9 o'clock instead of his normal, trying to stay up late.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, he walks downstairs and he's grown an inch. His shorts are mid thigh instead of coming right above his knee. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
So
yeah, because my young fella's in our local, like the top tier. He's in an academy, and he's part of a bit of a political thing at the moment where they've had to fit other kids in that were coming from somewhere else because of money, which it's part of the game. And he's now they've used him. He's tiny. He's very, he's 11 years old, supposed to be in the 12s, but they're playing him in the 11s, so they use him as a relative age equivalent player.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, but all the parents in his age group say he's like a cheat code, but I worry purely because I worry that he'll stagnate, like because it's too easy for him.
Yeah, playing below. Yeah.
Yeah. So he scores goals for fun. He's too good for them, and it's not right. But yeah, I just wanted to know about that because I know you really don't like Brian Hill.
Yeah, so I mean, well, Paul was always small too. Like he used to be one of the smallest kids on this team, and now he's not. So how tall are you?
I'm short. I'm 5'5". Yeah.
5'5".
So,
and your wife?
And
how tall is she?
And my wife's only 5'4". So yeah, we're both short.
So he's probably going to be on the smaller side. The best thing there is, I guess, to get him strong, right? So
he's Well, we've got him a door gym because he can't, like, in Australia you can't do
weights.
He can't do gyms.
Yeah.
Like we can't sign him into any kind of gym or anything until I think he's 16. I think it is. So yeah, we've got him a door gym, and he does that. Like the rule is, when you get up, you got to do it for at least 10 minutes, or at least until you sweat, before you go and play your bloody video games or your phone or any of that sort of stuff. So he gets up in the morning, he does that, and then he does whatever before school, and then come home from school. And I think he does, like, with the academy he's in, he's got to do 3 or 4. He does 3 days a week with the plan he's in, plus he does an extra one. Like, none of this is by us, by the way. He wants to do this. So yeah. until he doesn't want to do it, I'm quite happy to let him do what he does, and I'm quite happy to fund it. But while he's chasing the dream, I'll let him do it. Like,
that's kind of the way we were with Paul, because he was about the same age, started around U10, U11, and then was really into it till about U14, 15, and then when he kind of started getting into puberty, he just kind of stopped, and we moved. And I don't know if it was because I kept trying to upgrade him to give him the best opportunity to be successful, and to get noticed. But at some point he kind of stopped, like, trying as much on his own. Cause dude used to come home. I could show you videos. I'm sure I've shown him before, but he's training him. Yeah, he's training and doing all of these things on his own and lifting weights in the gym, in the garage and stuff like that. And then he would train on his own for like 3 hours a day. But then when he got a little around, I want to say around 14, he kind of stopped really caring a little bit. And then
did he lose the love for it? Like,
no, because he always says he wanted to do it. I think he just he lost the desire to be a pro, I guess you could say. He lost that dream. So now it was like he had other dreams. So he still liked playing soccer, but it wasn't what he wanted to do. Like, all of a sudden he wanted to be in special forces and kick down doors and go fight in wars and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, like, I did that. You don't want to do that? Like, I'm telling you, man. If you want to live like a broke bum for the rest of your life, that's a good idea. But
do you think that became a stage where he wanted to be like his dad, sort of thing?
I don't know, because his dad was saying don't do that, right? Like,
no, but all kids kind of see their parent. They see someone, mum or dad, as their hero.
But the funny part is it was during the time when he was seeking out his own identity, right? Like, the things, like, before we would talk and he would play and he would. He would get validation from my happiness or my approval of him and what he was doing, right? Yeah. This is the point in the age where he's starting to go through puberty, and he was like, kept saying things, "I'm my own man, Dad," like, this type of stuff. And I'm like, well, you're literally doing the exact same things I did. So no, you're not being your own man. You're literally walking.
I did this.
straight A student. Now he's not paying attention in class anymore, and he wants to go to the military. I was like, dude, I did those things because I was a lazy piece of crap student, right? Like, don't you see me, my messed up teeth, and my age? Don't do what I did. Right?
I know how this ends up.
Yes, I know the route that this takes. Right? Like if you want to graduate from university and become an officer, and then do that, whatever. It's like that's a different route. If you want to be an officer in the military for a couple years, that's fine. But if you think you're just gonna not go to college and enlist in the military and just live off, the most you're gonna make, and he's a kid, right? So he doesn't understand real world. He's like, but Dad, they make like $130,000 a year. I was like, that's not a lot, bro. That's if you get it to the very end and you do it for 40 years, and the most you're ever gonna make is 140K. That's a lot for, but it's not anywhere near like being successful. Right.
Yeah.
Like you can live a decent, in the United States, you can live a middle class lifestyle on 140K a year.
You can make a living. Yeah.
But you're not going to be, driving a G-Wagon or yeah. You're going to be living paycheck to paycheck. You're going to be struggling to make ends meet. Your wife is going to complain because you guys don't have enough money to go here or do this or buy that.
It's not too different to the whole Tottenham don't want to do the leads. That's this end of the spectrum. Like that's the furthest part of the spectrum. There's all the in-betweens.
Right. It's like I just don't know why you need to be, don't do what I did. Like, look, I've made it work, but I had to, kick rocks for a lot of years to get to where I'm at now. So
but what you and I say doesn't sink in. As soon as someone says exactly the same thing that you and I are saying, they listen.
Actually, I saw like a Joe Rogan or Ted, I don't know if it's bullcrap or not, but they literally said that men will produce a hormone during what do they call it, puberty, that literally causes them, right, to have like a cognitive dissonance against their parents, because in biology what that is it's like the baby bird trying to get out of the nest. So biology there's like a chemical that's produced in the brain. So that's what it has, and it's based off pheromones from your parents, right? So you literally have, and that's why when a man hits about 25 and his body stops producing that hormone, you go back and you think, look, dude, my dad was right. Like, exactly what I'm talking about. You hit 25 and you're like, I should listen to that guy, right?
And that's where karma hits you in the ass.
And it's not, he said it's not life experience. It's literally like a hormone in the brain, right? That's evolutionary biology or something like that would cause.
It makes you rebel.
Yeah, it's kind of like lions where they leave the pride to go out and find their own pride, right? Like they have this evolutionary instinct to do so. Women don't have it as much as men do, but apparently it's a biological thing. So.
I have moments now. I've stopped trying to give my kids hints and tips or anything football related, purely because I know it's going to hit them in the ass when it's said by someone else. Because I know I'm speaking facts, but I know that they rebel. Yeah. So I just sit there and sort of shake my head, whatever. They know that I'm right, but I don't want the argument. I just don't want the bullshit that goes with it.
Yeah. I just try to have, because my biggest regret for me, like I had a good dad. He was a good guy, but the thing is he didn't really set me up for life, right? Like even though I probably wouldn't have listened to him at the time, he didn't really take the time to lay it out for me. So I just want my kid. I set him down and I have talks sometimes, even though I know he's not going to listen. He's going to do his own thing, right? Yeah. I still have that talk, because at least then I can say, I told you so.
Yeah.
Like with girls and everything. Like, he come home from school the other day just covered in hickeys. I'm like, dude,
Man, I'm going through that now. I've got a 16 going on 17-year-old. He's in love.
Yeah.
It's the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah.
But I'm trying to give him the, gave him the talk. I tried to give him a 2-hour deal, and
his mum gave me the whole deal of, you've got to give him the talk. I'm sitting there going, how does that work? Like, I felt more uncomfortable than he did trying to give him the talk. You know, like he's seen all this shit on TV.
Yeah. Well, I didn't give him like the birds and the bees talk. I gave him the more of the like, because they all know in school.
I struggled not to give him a high five. Like,
yeah. But for me, it's just I try to tell him, you know, like, look, you gotta, you know, respect yourself, respect the girl, right? That type of a talk, right? Like, you know, if you got a girlfriend who has a reputation of being a little loose or whatever, I was like, you know, that means she doesn't respect herself, right? So if she doesn't respect herself, how can she respect you? You know, there's just this the same way around, you know, you need to respect women too, right? Like, you know, body counts and all this stuff. It's just it's getting crazy nowadays, man, and you gotta
they start younger too these days.
Yeah, it's so weird, man. Like, I mean, there's a lot of young people that did it back in my generation too, but I wasn't one of them. I don't think I was like 20, I think, when I lost my virginity. 19, 20. So it's an old school guy.
Man,
but I had girlfriends. My first kiss was a 5 though, so it's just how far I went, right? So I had girlfriends.
I mean, I've been with the one person my whole life, you know, like, but we got together. I was 16, she was 17. Yeah. So I don't know any different.
But see, that's the best times because you don't know different. There's no expectations. There's no disappointment. There's nothing to compare it to. So the ignorance is kind of bliss, right?
Yeah, but I've always had that. What
if? Yeah.
Yeah. There's always that what if. Like I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah.
But there's always that is always there.
I'm telling you right now, from a person who's had a higher body count number, there is no what if. The grass is not greener, right? It's all the same. It's just some are more. If I could go back and do it in time now, I would have been a different 20-year-old than I was, right? So, and that's what I try to tell my kid, like, because in that time when you're just chasing the game, it was one of the most lonely times of my life because I didn't really care about anybody. It was just about conquering.
Yeah, it was just conquer. Yeah.
It's conquest, and so you're completely lonely. And so, for me, I was just like, you know, I would rather.
Unknown.
Yeah. It's the mystery of the grass is greener, you know, fallacy type of a deal. But so no, man, it's because it's not, dude. It's all they're not all the same, but it's all the same
basis in the same matrix in there.
Yeah, it's the same drama, just with a different cover. Yeah,
all got the same bits, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
the bits are the same. They move the same. They look
similar. Like you said, it's just a different cover.
Yeah, just a different
cover. Man, big up, bro. Got a dip too, man. Up the minerals. Yeah,
we're gonna stop it up. We're at 3 hours here now, so we might as well wrap it up. I got to run too. It's 11:15 in the PM for me. But Bryce, my man, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it and all that good stuff, folks at home watching the show. This was a good show. It had some bad learning experience. That's what the last hour of the show is always the best part, anyway, to be honest with you. So if you don't stick around, which most people don't, you're missing out. You're missing out for sure.
Yeah. Big up, Will.
All right, my man. Folks at home, stay home. We'll be back next weekend for who? What do we got next weekend? We got Leeds. What day is that? Saturday or Sunday? I don't even know.
Who cares?
Who cares? It's a Spurs game. It's on sometime.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I need to know because I need to know what damn supposed to do this. Leeds is on Sunday, the 28th of May. I guess that's kind of silly because everybody plays on that day, right? So,
do you get the vibe of like a Newcastle type? You know, we got done 5-1.
It can happen. It can happen with Leeds, but no, I don't think so. In fact, I think we'll probably end up beating them, but I hope we don't because I don't want Leeds to get relegated. So
I don't know. I just got the vibe, man.
Leeds plays West Ham and then they play us. So if Leeds beats West Ham and ends up moving, and then who do Everton play? They play Bournemouth on the last day. So yeah, Leeds are gonna have to come out. So
Leicester. So you got Southampton, Leicester. They're relegated, yeah.
Yeah, They're done.
Wow. And then you've got.
Well, I mean, I guess Leicester can technically. Let me see.
I don't think Leicester can get out, can they?
Yeah, they're on 30 points, and Everton's on 33, and Everton's at negative 24, negative 18. So if Everton and Leicester has 2 games left, Everton only has 1. So Everton and Leeds both have a game in hand and are both 2 and 3 points respectively on Everton. So Everton could drop in, but one of Leeds or Leicester City is going to get relegated. One of those two will.
Yeah.
So they both can't get out, but one can.
Yeah.
So it's going to go down.
I've got Newcastle vibes all over this game next week.
So, like, for example, if Leicester win, I think Leicester plays tomorrow.
Who they got?
Let's see. No, Leicester doesn't play tomorrow. Leicester plays Monday night. They play Newcastle, so they're probably not going to win that game. Leeds plays West Ham tomorrow. So
Newcastle's already confirmed for Champions League, aren't they?
They could get kicked out by Liverpool.
I thought Liverpool were confirmed as they can't make it.
No, they're only 3. Well, no, they can knock. Liverpool can knock Manchester United out, but they can't lock Newcastle out. So I think Newcastle's safe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I saw Goldbridge did a bloody. I don't even know. It popped up as a suggested video on YouTube. But Goldbridge did a video where he was like, Liverpool can't make it.
No, they can make it.
Okay.
So here, I'll show you. So they have so Newcastle has on 69 points with 2 games left, right? But they have a 35 goal differential. Liverpool has 1 game left, but they have a 28. So if they can in their last game
they played a game extra.
Yeah, if Manchester United lose both their games,
okay,
and Liverpool wins their last game, Liverpool would knock Manchester United out of the top 4. But they can't do it to Newcastle because Newcastle has a higher goal differential. So they wouldn't be able to say Newcastle lost their last 2 games. They would still end up being 4th on goal differential if Liverpool won their last game. So
Newcastle's Champions League, regardless, yeah?
Newcastle's making it through. The only person who can knock them out is possibly
so you think
Brighton.
Newcastle will take it easy then?
See, Brighton has 3 games in hand, or 1 game in hand. 3 games left. That's 12 points. So Brighton, if Brighton wins their last 3 games, they could actually be on 70, which would knock out Newcastle United if they lost both of theirs. So it may not be like if Manchester United won one of their games, and then Brighton won all.
Who's United got for their last 2 games?
United has Chelsea and Fulham at home on the last day. Yeah. And then Brighton plays Southampton tomorrow, which they'll probably win. Man City on Wednesday, which they might win because City is going to be at the beach. And
Chelsea's
then they play Aston Villa on the last day.
Poch and all that bullshit.
Yeah, Chelsea's got a tough run. They got Newcastle on the last day, Man United, and then Man City tomorrow. Chelsea's not winning. Chelsea's not winning another game.
That's good fun.
Oh, that's right. 9 points. Sorry, my math. That's a little late. So 9 points for Brighton would put them at 7. So 67.
Yeah. So Newcastle. This is where Newcastle's money comes into it.
Yep, they're locked in. They may finish. I think the worst they could finish is 4th, too, or 3rd.
So this is where their money comes in, though. For next season, all of a sudden, they might be doing a Nottingham Forest and buying friggin' 18+ players.
Yeah, but Manchester United's not locked in yet.
Be interested to see if they go that route. I don't think they will.
Brighton can get into the top. Can't get into the top 4, but they can get into 5th. They can get above Liverpool. Aston Villa can't. They can only finish on 61. We can still get into. We can still. Aston Villa has Brighton on the last day.
That'd be a good game.
Yeah.
Who's Liverpool got left?
Liverpool has on the last day Southampton, so they're probably they'll probably win.
Yeah.
Southampton will be dumb. It'll be like us at Norwich last year, probably. And then we got Brighton Villa. That may determine our season.
Yeah.
Because if we win and Aston Villa loses, we'll get Conference League football.
So what do you have? You have to finish 7th to get conference?
7th.
Ah. Okay. I thought it was 8th. Yeah, I thought.
No, it's 7th. We're out of European football right now. So 5th and 6th is Europa League, 7th is Conference League. If we
So you got Europa. Yeah. So two places get Europa, don't it? So at the moment it's Liverpool, Brighton, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Brighton's probably will finish above us, right? No, there's no doubt about that. We were ahead of them today. When we were up 1-0, we were in 6th.
Yeah. We did Tottenham.
And then we did Tottenham and dropped to 8th. So we were in 7th before the day, and we've dropped down a spot into 8th. Aston Villa's gone up. But lucky for us, they only drew, right? If they would have won, it would have put them at, I think, 4 points ahead. It would have put them at 59 or 60 points. We're at 57, so only 3 points ahead. So we still could have gotten through to Conference League by goal differential. But the fact that they drew today gave us a little bit of a lifeline that if we win on the last day and they lose or draw to Brighton on the final day, we'll have that 7th place spot, which is funny. But
yeah,
Unai Emery fighting for a European spot with Aston Villa. I think they've got a better chance than we did. Leeds fighting to not get relegated.
Do you think we'll have a lot of this squad next year? Do you think people will just try to piss off, or
I don't know. I mean, it just depends. I mean, it's going to be an interesting summer. It's like this is the thing I hate about football, is like every summer there's like this new glimpse of hope that makes you think maybe this year. Right? Like every summer it's like maybe this year.
I don't even think it's for the club's good that some of these people go. I think some of these players need to go for their own good.
Yeah. No, I hear you. That's what I'm saying. I think Kane, Son both need to head on.
I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking about the guys that might reach a level even. Like some of them.
Young guys, yeah.
Yeah. I just don't think it's good for them to be here. Like you've got your Dyers and all that are just fucking clinging on, just purely because this is the peak of where they'll go.
Yeah, a lot of people saying they don't want Conference League, but I want to play in it.
I want to be in Conference League, but I want the kids to get a go. I don't want us to use a B team and all that bullshit. I want the kids to get a go. I generally want them to get a go. And I'd like to stick with them.
Yeah. We just don't have any kids, really. I mean, we do. We just never get to see them, so we don't even know.
We never get to see. Yeah. I really want to see what Alfie Devine's about. I really do.
Harvey White, I think.
The poor bugger's on the bench all the time, and you never get to see him sort of blooded in. Well, I'd like to see him get a crack, and like a proper crack.
Yeah.
Like what? Otherwise, what's the
What's the fucking point?
Problem is for us to even get out of our group in the conference league, we have to play our starting 11. That's the problem.
That's the sad thing. That's the sad thing. But the problem is we play our B guys, and they're shit. They are rubbish, and it's not that they're shit. They just see it as being a B team, and they don't care.
Especially if West Ham wins it. If West Ham wins the conference league, we can't not be in it next season, right? Like we've got to be in that to go and win it that next year, right? Like exactly. I would rather, to be honest with you, I'd rather win the conference league than the Carabao Cup. But that's just me because I'm American. But
man, if West Ham win it, I want us to fucking romp it. Like we have to romp it just to prove a point. Like otherwise, what's the point?
Because they're close to relegation this year, and if they win that trophy,
they're not far off it. Like
no. We could have been the first English team to win it last year or 2 years ago, and then
and then
we blew
politics took over, and
then COVID and all that stuff. But
yeah,
it is what it is, my man. But folks at home, see you guys next time. We'll see you guys here on Sunday, the 28th of May, final day of the season. That's going to be a great one. That'll be the last, football show. We'll do other shows and stuff like that during the summer, but like transfer stuff and stuff like that. But it'll be the last THSC Rant show for the year of 2023. We'll be back in August with that. But we'll be doing shows over the summer and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for more drama, fun facts. Parenting advice, men's fragrances, watches, dumb dad jokes from Elias, and much, much more. Stay strong. Stay Spurs. We'll see you guys next time.